Good morning. Today is Thursday, April the 7th, 2022. I am Judge Martin. This is courtroom number two. Courtroom number two. Courtroom number one. Today's docket is misdemeanors from Van Buren Township in the airport. If your notice does not indicate that you should be with Judge Martin, or your ticket citation file does not concern Van Buren Township or Detroit Metro Airport, you are in the wrong place. You should check your notice and get logged into the correct courtroom. We have a busy docket today. We already have 5 or 6 attorneys checked in. Defendants are being spoken to. When things are ready to proceed, and one of our co-hosts advised me that someone's ready to go, that case will be called and we'll get moving.
Judge, this is Attorney Kevin Bassan. Are you allowing breakout rooms with the prosecutor today or not?
Mr. Basant, because of your background noise, I couldn't quite hear what you said, and we've had this conversation before. I'm not a fan of people coming in and just shouting out in the courtroom. They'll move you into a breakout room to speak to whomever you need to speak to, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Goldman, I see your client in the clerk's waiting room. I'm not sure. Do you need to speak to Ms. Justice this morning?
Not really, Your Honor. We're ready for an arraignment anytime the court's ready.
Somebody will get her back out here in the main session so that we can get your case called, get you on your way.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome, sir. Good morning. This is 2201970M. This is Van Buren Township versus Melissa K. Justice. May I have your appearance, sir?
May it please the court, Ezra Goldman on behalf of Ms. Justice.
Ms. Justice, please unmute yourself and state your name for the record.
Melissa K. Justice.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for your arraignment on the misdemeanor count retail fraud in Van Buren Township from November 1st, 2021. Mr. Goldman, for purposes of arraignment, what say you, sir?
Waive reading and stand mute, Your Honor.
There is an order for fingerprints attached to the front of the file. The court has signed that. A copy will be provided to you. Your client should be fingerprinted before the next scheduled court date in this matter. Have you had the opportunity to speak to the prosecutor this morning?
I haven't yet, Your Honor. Actually, the prosecutor and I have a jury trial next week. But I'll need discovery and video and what have you on this.
There is no offer on the file. I'll make an indication in the file that you're requesting discovery in this matter. The bond recommendation from Van Buren Township indicates that they do not oppose personal bond. Do you have any comments as to bond?
Your Honor, as I mentioned a moment ago, we have another case with Ms. Justice. She's always appeared at everything, and she has retained me on that case and on this case. So there's no risk. Also, she is not a healthy person. The court can see she's with an oxygen tank now. So there's no risk of flight or anything. So I would ask the court for personal bond.
The bond in this matter will be set at 5,000 personal. Ms. Justice, you do not need to post any money, but what you must do is appear at all future court dates. The only other condition of your bond is that you do not return to Walmart at 10562 Belleville Road in Van Buren Township until this case has been resolved. Your next date will be
April 21st at 9:30.
Hmm.
Or May 5th at 9:20.
May 5th. Can we do the May 5th, Your Honor? I have 4 things in the morning on the April date.
May 5th at 9:20 a.m. back here with me, courtroom number 1. Anything else, Mr. Goldman?
Nothing else, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. You have a good day, sir. Ms. Justice, good luck to you. Have a good day,
Thank
ma'am.
you. You
Have a nice
too.
day, Your Honor.
Ms. Piccirilli, is your client with you?
Your Honor, no, he said he was in the waiting room.
I do not see anyone by that name. The clerks are pulling people in and getting them named correctly if they've come in some other misnamed.
I'll reach out to him again to see exactly where he's at.
If you would be so kind, I'd appreciate it. And I see Ms. Ross and Mr. Murray in the clerk's meeting room.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. I'll call him.
You're welcome. Thank you. Mr. Minna, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor.
How are you?
I'm doing well. Good to see you again. It's been a
Good to see
while.
you. It has.
I was, you know how that judge, when you go through that judge rotation, you don't see everybody as much. Judge, I think we're going to be ready on Parithia Stewart. It's going to be an adjournment.
This is 21WM016690M. This is Wayne County Airport versus Stewart. May I have your appearances, please?
For the record, Your Honor, James Mena appearing on behalf of the airport.
And good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Kevin Basant, P71061, on behalf of Ms. Parithia Stewart, who's also present by Zoom video.
Ms. Stewart, would you state your name for the record, please, ma'am?
Parithia Stewart.
Thank you. Today is the day and time set for the arraignment and pretrial in this matter on 1 count of breach of security at the airport. Mr. Basant, for purposes of arraignment, what say you, sir?
Will stand mute way before my reading, Your Honor.
I don't see a bond recommendation in this matter. Do you have any comment as to bond, Mr. Basant?
Yes, Judge, no criminal history whatsoever. Her very first contact with the law. Again, she's gainfully employed. She's a registered nurse, not a flight risk, not a safety risk. I would ask the court to consider a bond of a personal bond, and we do plan to resolve this matter, Your Honor.
Ms. Stewart's bond will be set at 5,000 personal, and that adjourn date will be
April 21st at 9:30.
Judge, technically, I'm in trial that week in Monroe County. I start an armed robbery trial on the 18th. It's expected to go that entire week. Is there any other dates available for the court?
May 5th at 9:20.
That will work.
May 5th, 2022 at 9:20 a.m. back here in courtroom number 1 with me by Zoom for the adjourned pretrial date. Anything else, Mr. Mena?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Basant?
Nothing from defense counsel. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Have a good day, Ms. Stewart. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Mr. Murray.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
I'm wonderful, sir. Ms. Manarino is here, and I know that I saw your client.
Yes, my client was directed, I believe, to leave the breakout room.
She
I'm
was,
not
I saw her
seeing
name,
her.
and I was trying to get her here because I know you all had already resolved this matter.
Correct.
Crystal Ross. Mr. Murray, as soon as I see her pop back in, somebody sends me a chat, lets me know she's ready. I'll get your case called and get you on your way, sir.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. I see your client now, ma'am. Did you need to speak to him or either your client or the prosecutor in this matter?
I think we're all set, Your Honor. I just would ask clarification.
Mr. Murray, I'm sorry, I'm speaking to Ms. Piccirilli.
Okay.
Thank
No, Your
you.
Honor, we're ready to proceed.
This is 21WM02229 A and B. These are Wayne County Airport versus Thomas Joseph Delago Jr. May I have your appearances, please?
For the record, James Mena appearing on behalf of the airport, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. Adriana Piccirilli on behalf of Thomas Delago, who appears
Yes,
to
sir,
be a
state your
Zoom.
name for me, please.
Oh.
Oh.
He
Where'd
just
he go?
disappeared.
They'll put him back. I don't know why he's in the clerk's waiting room.
I'm trying to get him back, Judge.
I appreciate that, ma'am. Sir, would you take your cap off and state your name for the record, please?
Thomas, you're
Your
muted.
name? He's not muted.
Oh, he's not. Okay.
I don't think he's connected.
He is connected. I'm not sure. He looks connected. I'm not sure what the volume issue is. It's a wonderful Thursday morning.
Yeah.
Mr. Delago, are you able to hear me, sir? Okay. Today is the day and time set for the adjourned pretrial in this matter. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, we would just like to ask for an adjournment so that we can provide some mitigating materials to Mr. Mena. And if we could have, if it pleases the court, have a month to do this.
I have no objection to the adjournment, Your Honor.
That adjourned date will be
May 5th at 9:30.
I'm just gonna check the attorney of records schedule. I'm sorry, Your Honor.
That's okay.
Is there any way possible for May 12th? Because he
No,
will be,
ma'am.
I'm sorry.
No, ma'am. That's just
No.
not a date that we have the airport here.
Oh, I'm sorry. He was just, the attorney of record will be on vacation during that week.
How about May 19th at 9 o'clock?
Okay, perfect. I appreciate this.
May
Thank you so
19th
much.
at 9 a.m., courtroom number 1, again by Zoom. I'm sorry, I interrupted you, ma'am. Were you saying something else?
Oh, no, I just wanted to say thank you.
You're so very welcome. You have a good day, Mr. Delago.
Thank
May
you as well.
19th, 9 a.m., sir.
Thank you.
It looks like Mr. Montoya is ready, Judge.
Thank you, ma'am. This is 22WM00206OM. This is Wayne County Airport versus Joseph DeSormo.
That's right. That's correct, Your Honor.
Is your client with you, sir?
He's not with me personally, but he is on the Zoom. I saw him in a room a couple minutes ago, and
Judge, he's in miscellaneous 2. I think I'm moving him in.
He's here, Mr. DeSormo. I just saw.
do
Thank
you
you,
want my
sir. Would you
video
state
on?
your name for the record, please?
Are you speaking to me, Joe Desermo?
Yes, I am, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Good morning, Joseph Desermo.
Thank you, sir. Today is the day and time set for the arraignment and pretrial in this matter. For purposes of arraignment, how are we proceeding?
good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Brian Montoya on behalf of Mr. DeSormo. We will waive reading and stand mute with respect to the arraignment, Your Honor, although we do have a resolution to the matter.
And would you place that resolution on the record, please, sir?
Your Honor, my understanding after talking with Mr. Mena is that he is in agreement with Mr. DeSormo pleading guilty to this matter under a delayed sentencing statute. And if the court is willing to immediately sentence him to 90 days probation, we would like to proceed in that matter.
That's correct, Your Honor. It'd be 771 for 90 days. And I believe this is a firearm case, so the firearm can be returned upon completion of his probationary period and dismissal of the charge.
Mr. DeSormo, raise your right hand for me, please, sir. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. You can put your hand down. You were able to hear Mr. Montoya this morning?
Yes, ma'am.
And it's your understanding that you will be tendering a plea of guilty to the sole count of the checkpoint violation?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind?
Yes, ma'am.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine any
For
witnesses
those
put
who are
forth by the
also on here, I'm
prosecutor?
not sure. Do you all?
My apologies, Your Honor. The audio was interrupted.
That was someone else, sir. I'm sorry. My question was, you understand that you will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily. You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty?
That is correct.
You're pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, is it true that on February 16, 2022, in the city of Romulus at Wayne County Airport, you violated the checkpoint, security checkpoint,
Yes, ma'am, by total accident. I apologize.
by taking a firearm to the TSA checkpoint?
Yes, ma'am.
Satisfied, Mr. Mena?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Montoya?
Yes, satisfied, Your Honor.
Sir, the court accepts your plea of guilty. It is previously discussed by, agreed by between the parties. Your sentence will be delayed for a period of 3 months, so long as you do not incur any new criminal offenses and pay cost of $800. This matter will be administratively reviewed for dismissal. Additionally, at the conclusion of this matter, your firearm may be returned to you if you successfully complete this 3 months of probation. Sir, are you able to pay this amount within the next 5 days?
Yes, ma'am.
Anything else on behalf of the airport?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Montoya?
Just one point, Your Honor, with respect to the paying the fine, he can do that online.
He can do it online. He can mail it to the court, or he can physically bring it to the court.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Have a good day and good luck to you, sir.
Thank you. Have a good afternoon.
This is 21VB015090M. This is Van Buren Township versus Joseph Cox.
Good morning, Your Honor. Angela Manring on behalf of the people.
Mr. Cox, state your name for the record, please, sir.
Joseph Raymond Cox.
Mr. Cox, today is the day and time set for your adjourned pretrial in this matter. There's an indication on the file that you have waived the right to the assistance of the court-appointed attorney this morning. Is that accurate, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Manarino, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, I was able to speak by phone with the complainant yesterday. She is requesting that this matter be dismissed, so the people are moving to dismiss.
Mr. Cox, any objection to the dismissal of this matter?
No, not at all.
This matter is hereby dismissed. Mr. Cox, thank you very much for your patience this morning. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
This is 22V084936OT and 1951430D. These are Van Buren Township versus Crystal Deanne Ross. May I have your appearances, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. Angela Manring on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. May it please the court. James W. Murray, P48047. I represent Crystal Ross.
Ms. Ross, state your name for me, please, ma'am.
Crystal D. Ross.
Thank you. The 195143 matter was scheduled for a jury trial with Judge Oakley. He asked this court to handle this matter this morning. Ms. Manarino, what's the status of this matter?
Your Honor, the parties have reached a resolution in this matter. It's my understanding that Ms. Ross is going to be pleading guilty to the misdemeanor violation, violation of the motor vehicle code file, which is a 22 file, in exchange for dismissal of the 19 file. It's also my understanding that Ms. Ross has agreed to sentencing in this matter as if she pled to an alcohol-related driving offense.
Before we proceed with the plea in this matter, Mr. Murray and Ms. Ross, I want to disclose on the record that I am married to an elected official of Van Buren Township. He is not involved in the day-to-day operations of the Public Safety Department. He would have no idea about this case, anything that have occurred in either of these cases at any point. Having made that disclosure, Mr. Murray, are you ready to proceed with this plea?
We are ready to proceed. We see no problem with that circumstance, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Ross, raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear or affirm that you will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this matter?
I do.
Thank you, ma'am. You can put your hand down. Were you able to hear the prosecutor this morning regarding your plea?
Yes, ma'am.
And it's your understanding that you will be tendering a plea of guilty to the sole count of letting another violate the motor vehicle code, the 2022 case, and the 2019 operating while intoxicated case will be dismissed?
Yes, ma'am.
And ma'am, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty?
No, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Ross, is it true that on December 8, 2019 in Van Buren Township, you allowed another person to operate the vote, to violate the motor vehicle code?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Murray, would you like to inquire of your client further?
I'm satisfied, Your Honor. She's pled guilty and has done so with previously being advised of her constitutional rights. She has previously signed an advisor rights, fully informed and knowingly tendering this plea.
Thank you. Anything else, Ms. Manarino?
No, Your Honor.
Ma'am, the court accepts your plea of guilty to allowing another to violate the motor vehicle code 2019 operating while intoxicated will be dismissed.
Thank you.
As for the sentencing in this matter, Ms. Manarino and Mr. Murray, had there been any agreement as to fines and costs or any other conditions?
Your Honor, our only agreement as to the sentencing was that the court would proceed with sentencing as if this was an alcohol-related driving offense that she pled to.
This court's policy for alcohol-related offenses is to refer the matter to probation. Is that your understanding, Mr. Murray?
We'd have no objection to that.
Ms. Ross, the next step in these proceedings is that the matter will be referred to the probation department. They will interview you, have you complete certain forms. They will make a recommendation as to the sentence in this matter and will schedule the sentence back with this court on a future date. We have a phone number and I'm sure Mr. Murray can provide an email address for you. The probation department will be calling you to schedule that interview and sending you documents to complete and return. Please respond to their efforts at contact so that we can get this matter moving forward and towards resolution, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Anything else, Ms. Manarino, in this matter?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Murray?
No, Your Honor, thank you very much and have a nice day today.
Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Murray, because this is the first appearance on this 2022 ticket, there's not actually a bond in this matter. The court will set the bond in this matter at $5,000 personal. Although the plea has been taken, we still want to keep some conditions in place so that Ms. Ross is compliant. $5,000 personal. And I'm just looking to see what was the intoxicant that's alleged from 2019.
It was alcohol, Your Honor.
Do not purchase, possess, consume any alcohol until this matter is resolved in its entirety. Ms. Ross, understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, anything else, Mr. Murray?
I'm quite satisfied, thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Ross, good luck to you. I'll see you at your sentencing, ma'am.
Thank you.
Ms. Patton, good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
This is 22-0046 OD. This is Van Buren Township versus Arlena Patton. May I have your appearances, please?
Angela Manring on behalf of the people.
And good morning, Your Honor. May it please the court, Leanna Belcher on behalf of Ms. Patton. Ms. Patton, will you please state your name for the record, ma'am?
Arlena Patton.
Thank you. Your Honor, I did have an opportunity to meet.
Ms. Belcher, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Judge. I did have an opportunity to meet with Ms. Patton in a breakout room. I've gone over the proposed plea with her as well as her trial rights. My understanding is that Ms. Patton would like to move forward with pleading guilty to operating while visibly impaired and that the original charge will be dismissed.
Before we proceed with this plea, Ms. Belcher, I'll make the disclosure on the record that I'm married to an elected official from Van Buren Township. He's not involved in the day-to-day operations of the Public Safety Department. He would have no idea about Ms. Patton's case, no idea as to what's occurring this morning or at any point in this matter. Are you still ready to proceed with the plea?
Yes, Your Honor. I have no doubt that you can be fair and impartial.
Ms. Patton, raise your right hand for me, please. Do you swear affirm testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. You put your hand down. You've had an opportunity to discuss this matter with Ms. Belcher,
Yes, ma'am.
and it's your understanding that this morning you'll be tendering a plea of guilty to operating while visibly impaired.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, ma'am.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine any witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily? You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty?
No, ma'am.
You're pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Patton, is it true that on November 21st, 2021, in Van Buren Township, you operated a vehicle while you were visibly impaired?
Yes, I did.
Satisfied, Ms. Manarino?
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Ms. Belcher?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
Ms. Patton, the next step in these proceedings, the court accepts your plea of guilty to the added count of operating while visibly impaired. The original charge of operating while intoxicated will be dismissed. The next step in these proceedings is that your case will be referred to the probation department for interview. They will prepare a sentence recommendation and schedule your sentencing with this court. I see we have a phone number for you in the file that ends in 6928. Is that still a valid phone number, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
I do not see an email address on the file. Ms. Belcher, do you have an email address for Ms. Patton?
I do, Your Honor. I did send her her discovery. I can grab that from my inbox right now.
I would ask that you put it in the chat to the clerks and somebody will take note of it. I'm not sure if it's Andy, Marianne, or whomever will take that information down. Ms. Patton, it's important that you respond to efforts from the probation department to schedule your interview and prepare the sentence recommendation. So please respond to their emails or phone calls. And I will see you in a couple of weeks for sentencing. Anything else in this matter, Ms. Manarino?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Anything else, Ms. Belcher?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Good luck to you, Ms. Patton. I'll see you in a few weeks.
Can I ask the question?
Absolutely.
Is it gonna be before June 2nd? Because I
It
have a
should be
lawsuit
be-
deposition on June 2nd.
If when you talk to the probation department, when they will give you the date for sentencing, if it's not a good date, we'll just adjourn it. It should be before,
On the door?
it should be before June, yes.
Right.
But that depends on you responding to their calls and emails, completing their forms and participating in the interview.
Ma'am, I'm gonna respond to whatever you tell me to respond to.
Thank you, Ms. Patton.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
This is 21WM027010M. This is Wayne County Airport versus Adrian Padilla.
Good morning, Your Honor. James Mena appearing on behalf of the airport.
Sir, would you state your name for me, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. Adrian Padilla.
Mr. Padilla, this case is scheduled for arraignment and pretrial this morning. There is an indication on the file that you have waived the right to have the assistance of the court-appointed attorney this morning. Is that accurate, sir?
Yes,
And you're ready to proceed in this matter on your own?
yes,
Have you had the opportunity to speak to Mr. Mena?
yes, I have, Your Honor.
Mr. Mena, how are we proceeding this morning?
Your Honor, we're moving to dismiss this case. He's taking care of the parking fee.
Mr. Padilla, do you have any objection to the dismissal of this matter?
No, Your Honor.
This case is hereby dismissed, sir. You have a wonderful day, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, James.
You're welcome. Good luck, Mr. Padilla.
Have a good afternoon or good morning.
You too, sir.
Thank you.
This is 22VB002650M, Van Buren Township versus Richard Dobbins. Good morning, Mr. Dobbins. Would you state your name for the record, please, sir?
Rashard Dobbins.
Sir, today is the day and time set for your arraignment and pretrial in this, your show cause arraignment and pretrial in this matter. You previously been scheduled to appear on March 3rd, 2022 and failed to appear, but you have now presented yourself to the court. There's an indication on your file that you waived the right to have the assistance of the court-appointed attorney. Is that accurate, sir?
Absolutely. Yes.
And you're ready to proceed on your own?
Mm-hmm.
You have to say yes or no.
Yes.
Thank you. Have you had the opportunity to speak to the prosecutor this morning?
No, I don't believe so.
No, we have not spoken, Your Honor.
For purposes of arraignment, Mr. Dobbins, how did you intend to proceed for purposes of arraignment, sir?
Not guilty.
Indicating on the file that you're pleading not guilty in this matter, Mr. Dobbins, you can go into the breakout room with the prosecutor.
Okay.
She'll relay an offer to you if there is one available. And then you'll come out, and if you have a resolution, great. If you don't, we'll schedule the matter for pretrial, okay?
Yes.
Please join her in the breakout.
Okay. Is there anything that I should do to make that happen? Will it pop up?
For you to move into the Van Buren Prosecutors Meeting Room, the clerk should be sending you, there we are. This is 22WM002860M, Wayne County Airport versus IC.
Isaev.
Asaif, thank you.
Yeah.
Mr. Asaif, today is the day and time set for your arraignment and pretrial in this matter. There's an indication on the file that you have spoken to the MIDC attorney. You're ready to proceed in this matter?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Belcher, you spoke to Mr. Asaif?
Sorry, say that again, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor, he is not one of my carryover cases. I'm on Mr. Rogers. I got the invitation to return to the main session, but there was a delay. I apologize. I was on the record in Judge Green.
No worries. Sir, did you speak to Mr. Bowditch?
I don't think I got his name, Your Honor.
Okay, he is not yet in this main session, but if you stay here for a moment, when he comes out, we'll get your case called and get you on your way, sir. This is 220086OM, Van Buren Township versus Renee Rogers.
Good morning, Your Honor. Leanna Belcher on behalf of Mr.
Yes, Your
Rogers. Rogers, will you state your name, please?
Renee Rogers.
It appears that we've lost Ms. Manarino.
Yes, Your Honor. She's in her breakout room.
Ms. Belcher, was there a resolution this morning?
Your Honor, we're waiting to see if somebody from the school signs on. I know this matter set for 9:50. Ms. Manarino is rejoining the meeting right now. I'm not sure if she would like to wait until 9:50 to see if anyone appears on this matter or how she would like to proceed.
I would, Your Honor. I did provide the Zoom information to the school. And I think that since the matter was scheduled for 9:50 and that's what I told them, it's fair to give them some time.
Understood, ma'am. Thank you much. Mr. Rogers, if you sit tight, this court's policy is about 15 minutes after the scheduled start time for somebody to appear from the school, okay?
And Your Honor, if I may, before the court's done with this matter, I just wanted to disclose for the record, Mr. Rogers and I are second cousins. It hasn't impacted how I've assessed the case. Ms. Belcher is actually the one who brought it to my attention. Because I didn't, until I saw Mr. Rogers' face on the Zoom, I didn't realize who he was. But we are related. I haven't seen Mr. Rogers in several years. So I just want to disclose that.
Thank you, ma'am.
Understood, Your Honor. Thank you.
Mr. Bowditch. This is 22WM00286. This is Wayne County Airport versus, he's here, Mr. Asif.
Sorry, Your Honor.
You had the opportunity to speak to him this morning, Mr. Bowditch.
Yes, Your Honor. But I haven't, I don't have a copy of Mr. Mena's pleas, and I haven't had a chance to talk with Mr. Mena. But if you have the pleas, Your Honor, I believe Mr. Aziz is ready if there's a deferred on here, which I explained to him there probably would be.
That is correct, Your Honor. There is this offer for 771 for a period of 3 months. If the item was a firearm, it can be returned. If it at the completion of probation, if it wasn't a firearm, then it'll be destroyed.
No,
And I'll send Mr. Bowditch the police.
just a small knife, just a small knife. And Mr. Asif is ready.
Would you raise your right hand for me, please, sir?
Oh, me?
Yes, sir.
Sorry. Oh, okay.
Do you swear affirm the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I swear.
Thank you. Put your hand down, sir. You had the opportunity to discuss this case this morning with Mr. Bowditch,
Yes, Your Honor.
and it's your understanding that you will be tendering a plea of guilty to the sole count of checkpoint violation at the airport?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind?
Yes, Your Honor.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor?
Yes, Your Honor.
And sir, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily. You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, is it true that on March 2nd, 2022, at Wayne County Airport in the city of Romulus, Wayne County, state of Michigan, that you carried a dangerous weapon into the airport, to wit, a pocket knife?
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Mena?
I'm satisfied, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Bowditch?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Sir, the court accepts your plea of guilty to the sole count of the checkpoint violation as previously agreed by and between the parties. Your sentence in this matter will be a delayed sentence with 3 months. So long as you incur no new criminal offenses during that 3-month period and pay the costs assessed by the court, the matter will be administratively reviewed for dismissal. The cost in this matter will be assessed at $300. Do you need more than 5 days to pay that amount, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir, before you leave today, we're going to move you into the collections room. You'll talk to the collections department about setting up a payment plan in this matter. Anything else, Mr. Mena?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Bowditch?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Sir, please go into the collections department to speak to them about a payment plan in this matter. It's $300, okay?
Okay, how would I do that?
You should see a request to go there in just a moment.
Okay.
Ms. Manarino, was that sufficient time with Mr. Dobbins?
Yes, Your Honor.
We're back on the record in 22VB00265A.
Angela Manning on behalf of the people.
Sorry.
Sorry, Judge. Your Honor, I had the opportunity to speak with Mr. Dobbins. He is requesting a trial in this matter.
You want to go straight to trial, Mr. Dobbins? Do you need any discovery in this matter?
Do you mind elaborating what you mean?
I cannot elaborate, sir. I can't provide you any assistance in moving this matter forward. Today is your first appearance in this matter. Typically what happens is you're arraigned, your bond is set, and there's a period of discovery. You don't have to have that. If you want to go straight to trial, my secretary will get a trial date. Is it your intention to go straight to trial in this matter?
I just want to know more about discovery. But if you're not able to, then that's fine. I'm not sure if I understand that.
Are there any documents or information you need to be ready for trial?
Not that I could think of. I have documents to present.
Mr. Dobbins, the court will set your bond at $5,000 personal. You do not need to post any money, but what you must do is appear at your future court dates. Ms. Manarino, is there anything you wanted to make this court aware of before we get that trial date?
No, Your Honor. The only thing I would indicate is that I did make an offer to Mr. Dobbins. It was 771 for 6 months, and he indicated he was not interested in that offer.
Yeah, I shared that I'm not guilty, so I don't want to.
Understood, Mr. Dobbins. We can schedule the matter for trial. Ms. Manarino, can we do it at the conclusion of a future docket, not the conclusion of, can we do it in the afternoon of one of your future dockets?
If Mr. Dobbins is agreeable to a bench trial, that's fine, Your Honor.
Your Honor, if there's anything I can submit today to end it so that we don't have, continue taking time, I'd love to do that.
It's not a matter of continuing to take time, Mr. Dobbins. Today is just not scheduled for trial, so this court
Okay,
has
got you.
quite a number of matters scheduled this morning.
Okay.
So what we'll do is we'll schedule it on a date in the future. Marianne, I don't know what May 19th looks like, if we could do it in the afternoon on that date. Ms. Manarino
Yes,
will check her
yes.
schedule. Mr. Dobbins will check his schedule.
May 19th is fine for me, Your Honor.
At the moment, it's clear for me as well.
Ms. Manarino, how long do you anticipate the trial will take?
I would think maybe an hour or so.
Mr. Dobbins, how long do you think trial would take?
15 minutes.
Trial in this matter will be May 19, 2022 at 2 p.m. in person here at 34th District Court. I'm scheduling it at 2 o'clock because we have a regular misdemeanor docket that morning, and I don't want you to be at the tail end of an already long docket. Anything else in this matter, Ms. Manarino?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Dobbins?
I just want to confirm the date and time, if you don't mind. 2 p.m.
Absolutely.
May 19th, 31st District Court, and this is an in-person hearing.
No, Mr. Dobbins, no, it's 34th, 34
That's what-
11129.
That's what I thought that's what 34th. 34?
Yes, sir.
Right. 34th District Court in person. And just bring anything that I have. Is there anything I should?
All witnesses and exhibits that you will rely on for trial, you bring with you that day. It'd be nice if you shared them with Ms. Manarino beforehand.
And I did request to
And
see
she'll do
that
the
this morning
same.
as well, Your Honor.
When Ms. Marino shared, we hadn't spoke previously until we went to that breakout room. And what she offered me was essentially having to pay for something I know for a fact I'm not guilty. So, and I have, I could prove that, but, she's not familiar with my case. So, I just don't feel right paying when I know I'm not guilty.
Your Honor, I will
Understood,
indicate
Mr.
for the
Dobbins.
record, I reviewed Mr. Dobbins' matter, and that is how I came up with a plea offer in this matter. I understand he's dissatisfied with it, but I don't think that warrants a conclusion that I'm not prepared on this matter.
That's not the conversation that this court is having this morning, Mr. Dobbins. Again, this is usually just the first appearance, the party's first time of meeting. Bond is set, discovery is discussed, pretrial is
Okay.
scheduled. This matter is scheduled for trial on May 19th. Here in courtroom number 1, all witnesses and exhibits on that day, sir. I'll see you on May 19th at 2 p.m.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Have a good afternoon. Mr. Counsel, take your hat off, please. This is 220198. This is Van Buren Township versus Michael Council.
Yes.
Angela Mannering on behalf of the people, Your Honor.
Tracy Geisbert appearing on behalf of Mr. Council, who's also present via Zoom.
Ma'am, have you filed an appearance in this matter?
I did, Your Honor. I filed it yesterday afternoon through the court's portal.
I don't see it in the file. Give me 1 second just so I can add it to the record. Today is the day and time set for the arraignment and pretrial in this matter. For purposes of arraignment, ma'am, what say you?
Mr. Council wishes to stand mute, Your Honor, and we waive the formal reading.
Thank you. The recommendation from Van Buren Department of Public Safety indicates that they do not oppose personal bond. Their only request is that your client not return to the Walmart at 687 Savage Road. That's not right.
It's a residence, Your Honor.
It says do not return to Walmart. As soon as I read the address, I knew that wasn't right.
They might have just written Walmart out of habit, Judge.
Clearly, the condition is no contact with Tanya Johnson and do not return to 687 Savage Road. Ma'am, do you have any comment as to bond in this matter?
Your Honor, we would simply ask for personal recognizance in this matter. Mr. Council works, he works midnights, actually. He contacted me when he wasn't really sure what to do in terms of these charges. And he has retained me so that I could assist him with this. I have very good contact with Mr. Council via phone and text and Zoom. So I would simply ask the court to set a personal recognizance bond.
The bond will be set at $5,000 personal. He is to have no contact with Tanya Johnson. He is not to return to 687 Savage Road in Van Buren Township. For purposes of pretrial, have the parties had an opportunity to discuss this matter?
Your Honor, we did speak this morning. We are requesting to adjourn this matter, one, so that I can provide defense counsel with discovery, and two, so that I can have contact with the complainant.
That adjourned date will be
April 21st at 9:30.
That works.
April 21st, 2022, 9:30 a.m. back here by Zoom in courtroom number 1. Anything else on behalf of Van Buren?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Anything else on behalf of Mr. Counsel?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Thank you. The only other thing is that there is an order for fingerprints attached to the front of the file. The court has signed that and we'll get a copy to you. Mr. Counsel, please have your fingerprints done at Van Buren Department of Public Safety before your next scheduled court date, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Ms. Manarino.
Thank you.
Ms. Belcher, you're back for
Terrence Barney, Your Honor, at 9:50.
2200790D, Van Buren Township versus Terrence Barney.
Angela.
Angela Marion on behalf of the people.
And Leanna Belcher on behalf of Mr. Barney. Mr. Barney, will you state your name for the record, sir?
Terrence Barney.
Thank you.
Today is the day and time set for the adjourned pretrial in this matter. How are we proceeding this morning?
Your Honor, my understanding is that my client wishes to take advantage of the plea offer and plead guilty to operating while visibly impaired. There is a sentence agreement that has been extended from Ms. Manarino to no probation in this particular case. We understand that we would still have to do the screening and come back for sentencing.
Your Honor, we would also
Mr.
be moving
Barney?
to dismiss. I'm sorry, Judge.
I'm sorry, you go ahead, ma'am.
Your Honor, we'd also be moving to dismiss the DWLS charge.
Mr. Barney, do you have video?
No, I don't.
No?
I tried, but I couldn't get the sound for it.
Understood. The court is just reluctant to accept pleas when I can't see the person, but if Ms. Manarino is ready to proceed, Ms. Belcher's ready to proceed, we'll proceed.
Yeah, I did video call, but the sound, I couldn't get the sound.
And Your Honor, I can confirm that that is my client's voice.
Mr. Bernie, raise your right hand for me, please, sir. Do you swear or
Yes,
affirm the
ma'am.
testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Thank you. Mr. Bernie, you've had the opportunity to discuss this case with Ms. Belcher, including the plea of guilty to operating while visibly impaired and the dismissal of the operating with high BAC and the driving while license suspended.
Yes, ma'am, I do.
And you understand that the court accepts your plea this morning. Oh, I'm sorry, before we proceed, Ms. Belcher, you're aware of the fact that I'm married to an elected official in Van Buren Township. He's not involved in the day-to-day operations of the Public Safety Department. He would have no idea about this case or Mr. Barney.
Yes, Judge. We're ready to proceed.
Mr. Barney, you understand if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind.
I do.
You won't have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
No, ma'am.
And sir, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily. You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty.
No, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Barney, is it true that on January 22nd, 2022 in Van Buren Township, you operated a vehicle while you were visibly impaired?
Yes.
Satisfied, Ms. Manarino?
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Ms. Belcher?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Mr. Barney, the court accepts your plea of guilty to the added count of operating while visibly impaired. The original count of operating with high BAC and driving while license suspended will be dismissed. As previously indicated, the next step in these proceedings will be a referral to the probation department for your screening. That probation department will make a sentence recommendation to the court and schedule the matter for sentencing. We have a phone number for you in the file, sir, that ends in 8149. Is that still a good phone number for you?
Yes, it is.
And Ms. Belcher, do you have an email address for Mr. Barney?
Yes, Your Honor. I can provide that in the chat.
I'd appreciate it, ma'am. Mr. Barney, the probation department will be calling you and emailing you. There will be documents for you to complete and an interview for you to schedule. Once you've completed that information, they will prepare the recommendation for sentencing and refer it back to the court for scheduling. Okay?
Okay.
Sir, please participate. Please respond to all of their efforts at contacting you. I will see you at the sentencing date that they schedule. Anything else in this matter, Ms. Manarino?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Anything else, Ms. Belcher?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Barney, you have a wonderful afternoon. I'll see you at your sentencing, sir.
Thank you. You do likewise.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am, you're back with Mr. Counsel.
Yes, guess I apologize, Your Honor. I was speaking with my client right after the session, and he let me know that he and the complaining witness work in the same factory during the same shift. So, and understanding that one of the conditions of bond are no contact, I wanted to bring this issue to the court's attention. And I apologize, I didn't realize that before I spoke with him after our hearing.
This is 2201980M. Ma'am, does his job require him to have contact with her?
I believe they come into contact because it's a factory environment. And he's concerned about what possibly violating bond in that situation.
I'll say it this way. Based on the allegations contained in count number 2, that is the kind of contact that the court is concerned about.
Okay.
So if he has contact with her, that is an incident related to work, and I'll make my notes clear in the file.
Okay.
The court understands that.
Perfect.
And you look like an adult enough man to understand what no contact means, given the fact that they work in the same environment.
Yes, I think so, and I'll make sure that he completely understands. Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Manarino, was there something you wanted to add?
No, Your Honor, I think that's fair.
I'm noting the file, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you,
I
ma'am.
appreciate it. Thanks so much.
This is 22WM00310OM, Swain County Airport versus Wendy Miley.
Good morning, Your Honor. James Bennett appearing on behalf of the airport.
Ma'am, please unmute yourself and state your name for the record.
Wendy Miley.
Ms. Miley, today is the day and time set for your arraignment and pretrial in this matter. There is a notation on your file that you have waived the right to have the assistance of the court-appointed attorney this morning. Is that accurate, ma'am?
Yes.
And you're ready to proceed on your own?
Yes, ma'am.
And have you spoken to Mr. Mena this morning?
Yes, I have.
And Mr. Mena, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, I did have an opportunity to speak with Ms. Miley and heard her side of the story with regard to this. What we're prepared to offer, and I believe she's prepared to accept, is that she would plead guilty to the disorderly conduct charge. It would be taken pursuant to 771 for a period of 6 months, with the only condition that she not have any criminal convictions and pay her fines and costs and anything else imposed by the court.
Ma'am, would you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. You can put your hand down. You had the opportunity to discuss this case with Mr. Mena this morning?
Yes.
And you understand that if the court accepts your plea of guilty to the sole count of being a disorderly person at the airport, you will not have a trial of any kind?
Yes, ma'am.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or stand cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor?
Correct.
And you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty?
No, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes.
Ma'am, is it true that on May 5th, 2022, at Wayne County Airport, located in the city of Romulus, County of Wayne, state of Michigan, that you were in fact a disorderly person?
Yes, I was.
Satisfied, Mr. Mena?
I'm satisfied, Your Honor.
Ms. Miley, this court accepts your plea of guilty to being a disorderly person at the airport at the date and time previously placed on the record. As previously indicated by Mr. Mena, sentence in this matter will be delayed for a period of 6 months, so long as you have no new criminal offenses in the state of Michigan during that time. The matter will be reviewed for administrative dismissal. The only other condition of this plea is that you pay costs in this matter. Mr. Mena, was there any conversation as to costs?
There was not, Your Honor. I did explain to her that she'd have to pay within 5 days, or the court would explain to how she could make arrangements.
Ms. Miley, this court will assess costs of $200. Are you able to pay that amount within 5 days?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, you can either go online and pay, you can mail it to the court, or you can bring it to the court. I note your location, so online and pay or mail it to the court, okay?
Okay.
Anything else, Ms. Miley?
No.
Anything else, Mr. Mena?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Ma'am, good luck to you. Thank you for logging on this morning. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You as well.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Cross.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Did you speak to Mr. Bowditch or Ms. Belcher this morning?
Ballinger. Jeff.
He is in a meeting room with someone else, sir. If you sit tight, when he comes out, we'll get your case called and get you on your way.
Okay,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Mary Ann, I'm stepping off for the briefest of seconds.
Hey, Mr. Bowditch, it's Mary Ann.
Hi, Mary Ann.
Hi, were you in there speaking with the defendant? Were you done with him, or, because he was supposed to be in with collections?
Yeah, I don't know, Mr. Izeboff.
Yeah, you don't need him anymore.
I'm done with him. He just has to, he needs a payment plan.
That's what I thought. Okay, all right.
And I'm done with Mr. Cross when the judge is available.
Yep, she's walking out right now. Thank you.
The only thing I can't do on my machine, Mary Ann, is I can't scroll down the list to find the prosecutor's stuff. I don't know why. I'm on a Service Pro. I just can't scroll. And if my 9-year-old grandson was here, he might be able to help me.
That's bad.
Bless me.
Bless you.
Thank you.
This is 220077 OD. Van Buren Township versus Derek Cross.
Ready, Your Honor. For the record, Jeffrey Bowditch appearing on behalf of with Mr. Cross. Mr. Cross, will you state your name for the record, please?
Derek Cross.
Your Honor, thank you, sir. Your Honor, today's date and time set for arraignment, Ray Fulmer reading, stand mute. We also have a pretrial, Your Honor. We also have an agreement where Mr. Cross would be pleading guilty to an added count of operating while impaired, with the understanding the original charge would be dismissed.
Mr. Cross, before the court takes your plea in this matter, I want to disclose on the record that I'm married to an elected official in Van Buren Township. He is not involved in the day-to-day operations of the Public Safety Department. He would have no idea about you or this case at any point in these proceedings. Mr. Bowditch, are we still ready to proceed with that plea?
Still ready to proceed, Your Honor.
Mr. Cross, raise your right hand for me, please, sir. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Put your hand down. You've had the opportunity to discuss your case with Mr. Bowditch, including your plea of guilty to operating while visibly impaired.
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, Your Honor.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine any witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily, sir. You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Cross, is it true that on January 23rd, 2022 in Van Buren Township, you operated a vehicle while you were visibly impaired?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied, Mr. Bowditch?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Mr. Cross, the court accepts your plea of guilty to operating while visibly impaired. The original charge of operating while intoxicated will be dismissed. Inasmuch as this is your first appearance in this matter, there had not previously been a bond set. The Public Safety Department has a recommendation that they do not oppose personal bonds. The court will enter your bond in this matter at $5,000 personal. You do not need to post any amount of money in this case, but what you will need to do is continue to appear as directed by the court and respond to any other conditions set by the probation department in this matter. The next step in these proceedings is that your case will be referred to that probation department. They will do an interview and a screening of you. They will make a recommendation for your sentence in this matter, schedule the matter for sentencing, and return you. Schedule your return date to this courtroom for sentencing. We do not have a phone number or email address for you because we are streaming these cases live on the internet, sir. I do not like to take people's phone numbers and email address. If Mr. Bowditch has that information from you, great. If not, I'll send you into a breakout room with a clerk so that you can provide that information to them. Mr. Bowditch, do you have that information?
No, Your Honor, I apologize.
Don't apologize. It's okay. Mr. Cross, what I will do is send you into a breakout room. Are you on a phone or on a laptop?
I'm on the phone.
Okay. I'll send you back into a breakout room and one of our clerks will get that information from you. They'll add it to your file because the probation department will need that information to get in contact with you, okay?
Okay.
Let me make sure that all the I's are dotted and T's are crossed before we send you on your way. Sir, inasmuch as the intoxicant at issue here was alcohol, the court will make a condition of your bond that you do not purchase, possess, consume alcohol until this matter is resolved in its entirety. Understood?
Judge, he's coming back
Oh,
in.
he's gone. Thank you.
Your Honor, I told him, no
He's
drinking.
back. Okay, thank you.
I'm back.
Mr. Cross, I was just saying no alcohol during the pendency of this matter, and as much as the underlying intoxicant was alcohol. And now they'll send you on for your phone number and email information to be added to the file, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Cross. You have a wonderful day, sir.
Thank you,
as well.
Mr. Cross.
You as well.
Mr. Cross, can you go back into that waiting room, please?
I don't know how. Let me see.
Oh, okay.
No, I do not know how.
All right, I'll help you.
Okay.
I don't know
Hey,
what this
Jeff.
meeting is in. Yes, ma'am.
So it looks like Mr. Isaev is in your waiting room, Jeff. He had a few more questions for you.
Oh, all right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maria.
I don't know why I'm not joining. I can't seem to get back in my room. Your Honor, I can't find my way back into my room.
Mr. Bowdish, I'm not sure why not. Let's see.
First day with my new equipment.
But today is going wonderfully, I think, so far.
Someone could help me. I'd be glad to talk to that young man. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe there's another button I can hit. Got it, I believe. No?
What does the bottom of your screen look like?
Jeff, let me try. I'm gonna try and move you around. I'm gonna try and help you.
All right, thank you, Mary Ann. I apologize.
Mr. Cross, what happened?
I tried to leave. Well, I left the clerk and it sent me back here. So I gave my email address and all that.
If you gave her your information, sir, you're free to leave. I'll see you at your sentence.
Okay. All right. All right.
Have a
Thank you.
good day.
You too.
Thank you. Mary Ann, did you confirm for Heather that her April 12th jury trial is off?
No, I did not. They have a couple
Doesn't
of
have to
them.
happen right this second. I'm sorry.
Do they have, I think they have a couple of them, don't they?
They do, but they were, I know they were waiting for it. She'll know before the end of the day. It doesn't matter. It's just, I thought it was curious.
I see. I didn't realize that one was a jury trial.
Good morning, Mr. Bale. Maybe not. I'm just waiting for Miss Manarino to come out.
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Bale, did you speak to the prosecutor in this matter?
Your Honor, I haven't spoken with the prosecutor today. However, I've spoken with her in the past and, she, has an understanding kind of what's going on. But I can kind of update her on the record if the court would like.
No, sir, no. I'm sorry. My only question to you was, had you spoken to her? I have one case ahead of yours, and if you hadn't spoken to her, I would put you in with Miss Manarino. So if you give me 1 second, let me handle the one matter in front of your client. We'll get you and Mr. Collins called here shortly.
Thank you, Judge. Can I just go ahead and just have a breakout room really quick with Miss Manarino?
Yes, you'll go into her waiting room, and as soon as she's done with Miss Belcher, you can go and talk to her about Mr. Collins. This is a recall of 220086 Van Buren Township versus Rogers.
Angela Manning on behalf of the people.
And good morning again, Your Honor. Leanna Belcher on behalf of Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers, will you state your name again for the record?
Renee Rogers.
Thank you.
How are we proceeding this morning, Miss Manarino?
Your Honor, we've had an opportunity to meet in the breakout room. We are requesting an adjournment of this matter so that we can continue to see if we can reach a resolution. Typically, the truancy cases are assigned to Judge Oakley, though, and this one was assigned to Your Honor this morning. So we would just ask the adjourn date go back to Judge Oakley if possible.
Mary Ann will have to get that specific date because I don't know when he does his parental responsibility docket. So we can get that date to Ms. Belcher and she can relay it to Mr. Rogers. I'm not sure if Heather's available right now to give that date or.
I'm happy to do that, Your Honor. I do have good contact information for Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers, Judge Oakley does those on a specific date, so Ms. Belcher will get that information relayed to you.
That's fine, thank you.
Thank you. I'll make a notation in the file that the date is to be determined by Judge Oakley's clerk. Anything else in this matter, Ms. Manarino?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Anything else, Ms. Belcher?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Good luck to you, Mr. Rogers. Have a good afternoon.
Thank you, and you as well, Judge. Have a good day.
Thank you.
And Your Honor, there was one matter that Ms. Manarino and I would like to dismiss that's scheduled for final pretrial. It's defendant Aaron Grable.
Yes, Your Honor.
Two zero VB 05557 A and B, Van Buren Township versus Aaron Grable.
Angela
Matter is
Manarino,
hereby
Grable as well.
dismissed.
Thank you, Your
Matter is
Honor.
hereby dismissed. Anything else, Ms. Manarino?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Ms. Belcher?
No, Judge, I like the way you do business.
Thank you much.
Hey, Angela, before you go, that date
Yes.
is that, and Leanna, that date is April 27th at 8:30 with Judge Oakley.
All
Is that going
right.
to be enough time, Leanna?
You know, if it isn't, we can stipulate for an adjournment.
Okay, perfect.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Angela.
Mary Ann.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Mary Ann.
You're welcome.
You're gonna go talk to Mr. Bill?
And Judge, that's it for my scheduled cases. I have a couple of matters waiting for me in Judge Green's. I see you have quite the backlog in your MIDC waiting room, so I've let Mr. Jadala know. He's gonna try to jump over, and then when I'm done, I'm gonna try to assist as well.
Thank you, Ms. Belcher.
Judge, what was the case that you dismissed? Like a
Grable,
file?
it's scheduled at 9 o'clock. Aaron Grable,
Thank you.
thank you. Good morning, Mr. Robinson.
Morning, Judge. How are you?
I am wonderful. How are you, sir?
Well, thank you.
Ms. Manarino just went in on another matter. When she comes out, I'll get you and Mr. McCollum called in on your way, okay?
Thank you.
Um. Is that really, Mary Ann, not the Wayne County Jail waiting in the breakout room? That can't be true.
I haven't seen, I don't see these people coming and going.
This is 22WM002490T, Wayne County Airport versus Joseph Vanuya.
Ready, Your Honor? Your Honor, for the record, Jeffrey Bowditch appearing on behalf of and with Mr. Vanuya. Mr. Vanuya, will you give the judge your name for the record, please?
Joseph Daniel Bosavino, Your Honor.
Your Honor, today is
Thank
the
you.
time set for arraignment. Would waive formal reading and stand mute. We've also had a chance to pre-try this case. Mr. Vanuya wishes to plead guilty to an added count of failure to report an accident, with the understanding the original charge would be dismissed.
Mr. Vanuya, you were able to discuss your case with Mr. Bowditch this morning, including your rights and all possible penalties.
Yes, Your Honor.
Would you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear affirm testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. You can put your hand down. You understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning of the added count of failing to report the accident, that you will not have a trial of any kind?
Yes, Your Honor.
That you will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or stand cross-examine any witnesses put forth by the prosecutor?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
No, Your Honor.
No, you're not guilty?
No, yes, I am. Yes, Your Honor.
Thank
Sorry.
you. Sir, is it true that on February 25th, 2022, at Wayne County Airport located in the city of Romulus County, Wayne, state of Michigan, that you failed to report a property damage accident forthwith?
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Mena?
I'm satisfied, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Bowditch?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Sir, the court accepts your plea of guilty to the added count of failing to report a property damage accident forthwith and dismisses the original failing to stop or identify after a property damage accident in this case. Was there any conversation and agreement as to fines and costs in this matter, Mr. Bowditch?
None, Your Honor, that I've had.
Was there anything you'd like to say on behalf of your client before fines and costs are assessed?
No, Your Honor, other than this young man has a very clean record. This was at the airport. It didn't involve another vehicle. He hit a water pipe.
Was there any request for restitution on behalf of the airport, Mr. Mena?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Vanuya, before this incident on February 25th of this year, when was the last time you had contact with law enforcement?
None to my record and none to my understanding, Your Honor.
Sir, the court is going to impose a fine of $100. There's costs of $100. There are $75 crime victims, $50 mandatory state costs, and a fund fee of $20. By this court's calculation, that's $345. Do you need more than 5 days to pay that amount?
No, Your Honor.
Are you sure?
Actually, yeah. Yes, Your Honor, please.
The amount is $345. You will be moved into the collections waiting room. You'll speak to a clerk there and they'll put you on a payment plan. You tell them that dollar amount, they'll get it worked out with you, okay?
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Mena, in this matter?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Bowditch?
No, Your Honor.
Good luck to you, sir. Go in there and talk to Maria, please.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you all.
McCullum. This is 220066OT. This is Van Buren Township versus Lonnie McCullum. May I have your appearances, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. Oh, good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Steve Robinson appearing on behalf of Lonnie McCullum. Sorry, Angela.
That's okay. Angela Mannering on behalf of the people.
Today is the day and time set for the arraignment and pretrial in this matter. Mr. Robinson, how are we proceeding this morning?
Your Honor, I forgot that this was also an arraignment. We waive formal reading, stand mute.
And then how are we proceeding after
Oh,
that?
I'm sorry, Judge. We're just asking for a short adjournment to get some discovery, but I think we probably have resolution on the matter.
Mr. McCollum, your bond will be set at 1,000 personal. You do not need to post any money, but what you must do is appear at all future dates. I'm sure Mr. Robinson will remind you of your dates as they approach. We will adjourn the pretrial to
April 21st at 9:40.
April 21st, 2022, 9:40 a.m. back here on Zoom, virtual courtroom number 1. Anything else in this matter, Ms. Manarino?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Robinson?
Your Honor, Mr. McCollum, he thinks he may have a doctor's appointment at that time.
Yeah.
What-
Trying to think what time the doctor's
What,
appointment
what
is.
day is that, Judge?
April the 21st, sir.
Thursday, isn't it?
You mean what day of the week?
Yeah,
It is in
Thursday.
fact a Thursday, sir.
Yeah, I just can't remember what time it is. What time was this appointment?
9:40.
Mr. Robinson, if you confirm with Mr. McCollum that that's a bad time, give Marianne a call and we'll get you a new time, okay?
I appreciate that, Judge.
Yeah, I can go
Thank
home.
you, sir. Have a good day.
Okay, you too. Thank you.
Thank you. This is 2104580M and 2104590M. These are Van Buren Township versus Christopher Collins. May I have your appearances, please?
Angela Mannering on behalf of the people.
Cameron Bell on behalf of Mr. Collins, who appears via Zoom, and no objections to proceeding via Zoom. Judge, Mr. Collins, can you please state your name for the record?
Christopher Collins.
Thank you. Today is a day and time set for the adjourned pretrial in this matter. How are we proceeding?
Yes, Judge, I've had a conversation with the people in this matter. We, based upon my client, based upon the uncertainty as to what's going on in his case that I'm down in the Frank Murphy, we are requesting an adjournment that's a little far out into June to allow for us to get that case resolved and see how that case is going to play out prior to proceeding forward in this matter.
Will an adjourned date in June be a sufficient time for that matter to work itself out?
I believe so, Judge. I can't make any guarantees as of right now. The judge that was initially on the case in the Frank Murphy recently retired, Judge Talon. So that kind of created an issue. So I hope by June that we may have a resolution, but if not, we'll be sure to provide the court with an update at that time.
We have a June 16th docket. Will that be sufficient, sir?
That'll be perfect.
June 16th, 2022 at, I can't imagine that we have anything else scheduled that far out, Marianne, so I'll say 9 a.m.
Perfect.
Back here, Zoom, number 1 with me. Anything else? Anything else, Ms. Manarino?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Bill?
No, Judge. All set. Thank you.
Mr. Collins, I'll see you in June. Good luck to you downtown, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Ms. Manarino, Ms. Colton is in your waiting room. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I
if you're
was just
supposed to
gonna, I'm just gonna head there right now, Judge.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna move her into my meeting room.
Mr. Mena, are you ready with Mr. Mays?
No, I haven't talked to him yet this morning. So I'm gonna move him to my breakout room. I was talking
sir.
to another,
Ms.
person.
Rudolph?
Yes, who I've now moved to, I think, the MIDC waiting room. She wants to talk briefly to one of the MIDC attorneys.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Polk.
Morning.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing all right.
These are 22WM00111, 21WM0259, OM 21WM02530, OM 21WM02354, OM 21WM02098, OM 21WM00908, OM 21WM00888, OM 21WM00791, OM 21WM00587, OM 22WM00362, OM. These are all Wayne County Airport versus James Polk. Mr. Bowditch, I note your appearance for the record, and I would indicate that there is only one file.
I was gonna say, is it my whole name on there? Cause I don't like I don't want to be a mistake with it. You just said my first and last.
Is James Lamar Polk.
Is the junior on there? Is the junior? Yeah.
Junior is on the bulk of your files, Mr. Polk. It is not on this first one, the 22WM0111 OM. I will make that indication for the correction to the Register of Actions. But for purposes of today, Mr. Polk, the sole file that has not been arraigned is 22WM00111 OM. Mr. Bowditch, for purposes of arraignment of this matter from January 28, 2022, how are we proceeding?
We're going to waive the formal reading and stand mute, Your Honor. We've had a chance to pre-try this case. We're ready with a plea, Your Honor.
And the plea will be?
Mr. Polk will be pleading guilty to 3 counts of trespassing at the airport. The remainder of the charges to be dismissed.
Mr. Polk, you had the opportunity to speak to Mr. Bowditch this morning.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
And you had the opportunity to discuss the charges against you and all possible penalties in these matters, correct?
Yeah, I was trying to see like, he said charges of like 3. He said.
Correct, sir.
Like my time spent, sir, whatnot.
We'll get to that in a second, Mr. Polk.
Mr. Polk, would you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm that your testimony this morning will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. You can put your hand down. Mr. Bowditch has indicated that you will be tendering a plea of guilty to 3 counts of trespass, and the other counts of trespass will be dismissed. Is that your understanding this morning, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Polk, you understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind?
What? So like, I just want to go. Excuse me. You said I plead guilty, right, for 3 counts, right?
If you plead guilty to 3 counts of trespass this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind in any of these matters. Is that your understanding, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
And sir, you're entering these pleas freely and voluntarily. You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty? Mr. Polk, are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
I mean, I got tickets for trespass and I'm in here, so I guess I am guilty for trespass.
Mr. Polk, is it true that on January 28, 2022, December 12, 2021, and November 28, 2021, you trespassed at the Wayne County Airport located in the city of Romulus, County of Wayne, state of Michigan? Sir, I said, is it true that on January 28, 2022, December 12, 2021, and November 28th, 2021, that you trespassed at the Wayne County Airport located in the city of Romulus, County of Wayne, state of Michigan.
That's what I was trying to see. You said it's Wayne, you said Wayne Airport, or did you say Willow Run? Which one is it?
I'm sorry, I
Which
can't
one
hear you,
does the
Mr. Polk.
paperwork says, 'cause technically, like, my ticket said Willow Run, Wayne County Airport. I'm trying to see, like,
The tickets that you were issued, the citations that you were issued in this matter would indicate that it is at Metro Airport. On January 22nd, it was in the North Terminal. On December 12th of 2021, it was in the North Terminal. And in on November 28th, 2021, it was in the Upper Terminal Drive.
yes, man, I plead guilty to all counts of the loitering and all the tickets. I plead guilty. Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Polk, the court will accept your pleas of guilty in the 3 files indicated, the ones that end 111, 2590, and 2530. All other cases on this court's docket this morning will be dismissed.
Thank you.
Now, the next part is the sentencing in this matter. Mr. Bowditch,
Your Honor.
do you have any agreement with Mr. Mena regarding sentence in this matter?
No, Your Honor, but Mr. Polk has been presently incarcerated on this matter alone for 25 days. We were hoping the court might consider time served.
This court will give Mr. Polk credit for time served and close these matters out. Mr. Polk, when you were here for arraignment, we did discuss these matters and the court inquired as to whether or not you had a Michigan address.
Oh, no, I'm traveling for work. I'm traveling for work, man. No, man, I do it. No.
Okay. Mr. Polk, the court gives you credit for time served and will close out your matters with the court. Anything else, Mr. Bowditch?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Mr. Polk, we are all set. Wayne County, thank you for your patience this morning.
You all set?
Oh, so I'm
Yes,
all
we
set.
are. Thank you so much.
I talked to,
Thank you, Judge.
I talked to,
Have a good day, sir. Are we ready on Townsley?
I'm ready, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is 22VB 00431 OM. This is Van Buren Township versus Dalton Townsley. May I have your appearances, please?
Angela Manarino on behalf of the people.
Maggie Cotian on behalf of Dalton Townsley, who is present with me in the courtroom.
Sir, would you state your name for me, please?
Dalton Townsley.
Thank you. Today is the day set for the arraignment and pretrial in this matter, ma'am. How are we proceeding as to the arraignment?
Ms. Manarino has told me we are going to have an adjournment. Is that correct, Ms. Manarino?
Yes, Your Honor. We are asking for the matter to be adjourned.
The court will adjourn. You want it adjourned in its entirety? You don't want to at least do the arraignment? It's fine. I'm just asking for clarification.
In its entirety, Your Honor.
The new date will be
April 21st at 9:40.
April 21st, 2022 at 9:40.
Correct.
Back by Zoom, back in courtroom number 1. Anything else, Ms. Manarino?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Anything else, Ms. Cotton? Thank you. We're all set, Mr. Townsley. I'll see you back here on April 21st.
Okay,
He'll be
thank you.
here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Angela.
I saw the court
Thank you,
administrator. Did Mariah need something?
No, Judge, I'm just observing, just seeing if the docket's running smoothly.
Oh, I saw your face and I thought there's something.
Yeah, I quickly turned that off.
Mr. Curry, good morning, sir. Take your hoodie down for me, please. This is 22WM 00297 OM. This
Good morning.
is Wayne County Airport versus Joshua O'Neill Curry.
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, I
We
see
have now-
Attorney Bowditch in the
He went back into the breakout
meeting
room. I
room.
see
Yep,
that
I'm
now.
bringing him back out into the main session.
Thank you.
Yes.
I just caught the matter of Curry, Mr. Bowditch.
Yes, Your Honor, ready.
Your
For the
appearance,
record, Your
sir.
Honor, Jeffrey Bowditch appearing on behalf of him with Joshua Curry. Mr. Curry, will you tell the court your name for the record?
Joshua O'Neill Curry.
Thank you, Mr. Curry. Your Honor, today's date and time set for a pretrial in this matter. Mr. Curry wishes to plead guilty to the charge of violation of the Public Health Code, possession of marijuana.
Mr. Curry, would you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear affirm the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Thank you, sir. Put your hand down. You had the opportunity to discuss your case this morning with Mr. Bowditch, including all the penalties you face and your rights this morning.
Yes, ma'am.
And after that discussion, is your desire to plead guilty as charged in this matter?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, you understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind?
Yes, ma'am.
You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine any witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty?
No, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Curry, is it true that on March 3rd, 2022, at the Wayne Metro Airport located in the city of Romulus, County of Wayne, State of Michigan, that you violated the public health code with the possession of marijuana, which you knew to be contrary to law?
Yes, ma'am.
Satisfied, Mr. Mena?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Bowditch?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Mr. Curry, the court accepts your plea of guilty in this matter. Was there any conversation or agreement as to sentencing in this matter, Mr. Mena?
No, Your Honor.
Any conversation, anything you'd like to say on behalf of your client, Mr. Bowditch?
No, Your Honor.
This is the first that I've seen of this type of plea. Is this something that should be referred to probation? Given the fact that Mr. Curry is in fact out of state, or?
No, Your Honor. I think it was just an error.
Mr. Mena?
I'm sorry, Judge, I missed the first part of what was happening with this, so I'm not sure what the concern is.
Oh, not a concern. He's pleading guilty to what's essentially a drug crime. And my question was, should this matter be referred to probation?
I believe that's up to the court. I don't think it's necessary if the court's just going to fine him.
Court will assess a fine of $200, cost of $100, crime victim's fee of $75, state cost of $50, and fund fee of $20. Mr. Curry, by this court's calculation, that puts the total due at $445. Are you able to pay that amount within the next 5 days?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, you can go online and pay it, or you can mail it into the court $445. Anything else in this matter, Mr. Mena?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Bowditch?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Curry, thank you for your patience this morning, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Mays, this is 22WM00045OM. This is Wayne County Airport, Detroit Metro Airport. It's listed two different ways. It's Wayne County Airport versus Masood Wazari.
Good morning,
Name
Your
your
Honor.
appearances,
William Mays
please.
on behalf of Mr. Wazari.
Yep.
He's here. We stipulate to proceeding via Zoom. I've had an opportunity to speak with Mr. Mena. I just emailed over Marissa, as well as Mr. Mena, a copy of the revised order that Mr. Mena has indicated that he will stipulate to that will resolve our motion to compel. Take a look at it. If you get a moment, we can pass on this matter for a few minutes. And I did not email the court a copy directly because you're not listed with an email address in the Bar Journal. I apologize, Your Honor.
You could have driven it over here, but whatever.
I could.
Your Honor, I've
Mr.
had
Mays,
an
that's fine.
Well, Your Honor, I've had an opportunity to look at the order that the prosecutor, that Mr. Mays has sent over, and I am in agreement. Well, maybe just check one last thing. Now, there's one change that still needs to be made to this. On paragraph 12, the agreement is that the prosecutor shall specifically produce the following if they are in possession of the police department. If that language is added to it, I'll agree to it.
Once the parties have tweaked the language of paragraph 12 and submitted to the court for signing, the court will sign it.
I lost Bill. I see his suit. I know, I see his suit. And just by way of being clear on the record, the reason we're adding that language is that part of what Mr. Mays is requesting is information that's held by a third party, and then we may not be able to access that due to some federal law and regulations as they relate to that. And Mr. Mays would have to pursue that specifically with that agency. However, as I indicated to him in our breakout session, if we are in possession of any of those items, we would of course turn them over.
Thank you. And then, Mr. Mena, the parties had last appeared on March the 17th, and it was adjourned to today. The case was adjourned to today for hearing on the motion to compel. The parties have now stipulated to resolve that motion. Is there any movement on this case as to the pretrial, or are we doing an adjourned pretrial?
Your Honor, I think Mr. Mays is going to tell you that he wants to see this information before he'll even enter into any type of discussion regarding this or to set the matter for trial. So we'll be requesting an adjourned pretrial. Is that correct, Mr. Mays?
Yeah, no,
We'll
this
do an
is
adjourned pretrial.
this will be an epic battle and probably result in a jury trial. So
Mary Ann will give us a new date for pretrial. And if when you appear next, you want to talk about jury trial, we'll talk about a date at that time.
all right, thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Do you want the date now?
Sure.
Yes, please,
Yeah,
ma'am.
April 21st at 9:40.
April 21st. I'm sorry, at what time?
940.
I've got an in-person in Jackson.
How about May 5th at 9:30?
That'll work. That's Cinco de Mayo. We're not shutting the court down? No, maybe?
I'll see you on May 5th, Mr.
Oh,
Mays.
okay,
Have a good
okay.
day, sir.
You too.
Thank you.
The silence said it all.
Thank you all very much.
This is 2202-03OM. This is Van Buren Township versus Davion Martin. Take your cap off for me, please. Thank you.
Sorry.
That's okay.
And good morning again, Your Honor. Leanna Belcher on behalf of Mr. Martin. Mr. Martin, state your name for the record, sir.
Davion Lamar Martin.
Thank you, Your Honor. My understanding is the prosecution is going to be dismissing this case per the complainant's request.
That is correct, Your Honor. I spoke with him yesterday and he does not want to move forward with the prosecution of this matter.
Ms. Belcher, I can't imagine that you have any objection to the dismissal, so the court will enter dismissal of this matter. Mr. Martin, good luck to you, sir. Have a wonderful day.
Okay, thank you. You all have a good one too.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good. The paperwork that Mr. Mays said he has emailed me, I did forward on to Mary Ann.
She prints it out, brings it out to me. I'll sign it. We'll get the file back downstairs. Ms. Belcher.
Yes, Judge. Christina Nichols, 10 a.m.
This is 2200220D. This is Van Buren Township versus Christina Nichols. May I have your appearances, please?
Angela Manning on behalf of the people.
Good morning, Your Honor. Leanna Belcher on behalf of Ms. Nichols. Ms. Nichols, will you state your name, ma'am?
Christina Nichols.
Thank you.
Today is the day and time set for the arraignment and pretrial in this matter. How are we proceeding, Ms. Belcher?
For arraignment purposes, Your Honor, we waive formal reading and stand mute. I would be requesting a personal bond to be set in this matter. And I believe Ms. Manarino and I would both be in agreement in requesting an adjournment. She needs to contact, it looks like, the vehicle owners, and I need discovery.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. The recommendation already on file from the Van Buren Township Public Safety Department is that they do not oppose personal bond. This court will set Ms. Nichols' bond at $5,000 personal. Based on the allegations contained in the complaint in this matter, Ms. Nichols, this court will set it as a condition of your bond that you do not purchase, possess, consume alcohol during the pendency of this matter. I'll make a notation that discovery has been requested. We'll adjourn today's pretrial to
April 21st at 9:40.
April 21st, 2022 at 9:40 a.m. That's back here, courtroom number 1 with me. Anything else in this matter, Ms. Manarino?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Anything else, Ms. Belcher?
Your Honor, I was going to request another court date. I have a very, very congested schedule on the 21st. I apologize.
Don't apologize for being busy, Ms. Belcher. We'll go out to May 19th, maybe, Mary Ann?
May 19th at 9 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor. I apologize again.
May 19th at 9 a.m., Ms. Nichols, okay? You're muted, ma'am, but
you're
have a
muted.
good day. I'll see you at the end of May.
On to the next one.
Thanks, Leanna.
Marianne, it's now 11:14 by this court's clock. Our last scheduled case was our trial at 11 o'clock. If a person has not yet reached this courtroom from the earlier scheduled cases, I believe them to be failures to appear, and the court will proceed accordingly. 22 VB 00203 OM. Van Buren Township versus Derek Burton. This matter was scheduled for 9 a.m. for a show cause arraignment pretrial. Inasmuch as it is now 11:14 a.m. by this court's clock, defendant having failed to appear for the second time, bench warrant shall issue in this matter 5,000, 10%. This is 220166 OT, Van Buren Township versus Cyril Delapierre, DELAPERRIERE. This matter was scheduled for arraignment pretrial at 9 a.m. It is now 11:15 a.m. by this court's clock. Defendant has failed to appear. This is the first failure to appear in this matter. The court will schedule the matter for show cause. This is 220165 OM, Van Buren Township versus Carrie Wayne Wynn, WINN. This matter was scheduled for arraignment pretrial this morning at 9 a.m. It is now 11:16 a.m. by this court's clock. Defendant has failed to appear. This is the first failure to appear in this matter. The matter will be set for show cause. This is 22WM00118 OM. This is Wayne County Airport versus Samuel Hanton. Matter was scheduled this morning for show cause arraignment pretrial at 9:10 a.m. It is now 11:17 a.m. by the court's clock. Defendant has failed to appear for the second time. Bench warrant shall issue in this matter 5,000, 10%. This is 20WM02452 OT. This is Wayne County Airport versus Shamika Hunt. This matter was scheduled for arraignment pretrial at 9:10 a.m. It is now 11:18 a.m. by this court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear, this being the first. Defendant has previously failed to appear, but the matter had been rescheduled a number of times with the defendant being present. The matter will be set for show cause. Mr. Jadala, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Judge Martin. How are you today?
I am wonderful. Ross.
Judge, I
Ms.
just logged
Manarino,
on.
do you need to speak to her?
I've just logged on to see if I could be of any help, Your Honor. I don't believe I have any matters in front of you today. I've just logged on to see if I could be any help.
You have an 11 o'clock trial with me
I have an
on
11
Rodney Earl Ross, which is why I thought you were here.
Oh, then that's why I'm here, Judge. I do not see
You
that.
need to-
Yes, please. Can I talk to the prosecutor first, please?
Ms. Manarino, you can take Mr. Jadala into your breakout room to discuss the Rodney Earl Ross matter. Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
This is 22WM003230M. This is Wayne County Airport versus Danielle Belk.
Yes, hello. Good morning, Your Honor. Leanna Belcher on behalf of Ms. Belk. Ms. Belk, will you state your name?
Danielle Belk.
Today's the day and time set for the arraignment and pretrial in this matter. How are we proceeding?
For arraignment purposes, Your Honor, we waive formal reading and stand mute. I did renegotiate the plea offer in this case with Mr. Mena. It's going to be a double parking civil infraction with a $300 fine. My client understands that the taser will be destroyed and forfeited.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Ms. Belk, would you raise your right hand for me, please, ma'am? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. You can put your hand down now.
Okay.
You had the opportunity to discuss your case this morning with Ms. Belcher, including all possible penalties and the rights available to you this morning.
Yes, ma'am.
And it's your understanding that you will be tendering a plea of responsible to the added count of double parking and the checkpoint violation misdemeanor will be dismissed.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind. You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes, ma'am.
And ma'am, you'd like to enter this plea freely and voluntarily. You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead responsible to the added count.
No, ma'am.
Ma'am, is it true that on March 8th, 2022, at Wayne County Airport located in the city of Romulus, County of Wayne, State of Michigan, you were double parked contrary to law?
Yes, ma'am.
Satisfied, Mr. Mena?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Ms. Belcher?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Ms. Belk, the court accepts your plea of responsible to the added count of double parking and dismisses the original misdemeanor checkpoint violation. Will impose the fine of $300 as previously as discussed and agreed to with the prosecutor and Ms. Belcher. Do you need more than 5 days to pay this amount?
Yes, ma'am. Is there any type of payment plan?
Yes, ma'am. The next step in these proceedings is that you will go into the collections meeting room. You will meet with Maria. You will let her know that it is $300 and you will discuss the payment plan with her, okay?
Okay.
Anything else, Mr. Mena?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Ms. Belcher?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Belk, please go in, speak to the cashier, the collections department. The taser will be destroyed. Have a good day, ma'am.
Okay, you do. You too. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Quick, did you speak to Mr. Quick too, Ms. Belcher?
No, Your Honor, I did not.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
These are 22WM00112OM and 22WM00212OM. These are both Wayne County Airport versus DeAndre McEwen. These matters were scheduled for show cause arraignment and pretrial this morning. Scheduled at 9:20 a.m. It is now 11:25 a.m. by the court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear. Bench warrant shall issue in both matters. It's 11:25. 5,000, 10%.
Your Honor, I was present.
Mr. Quick, was that you that just spoke?
Yes.
I see you, sir. You're fine. We're just waiting for the attorney to come out. Give me 1 second. I see you now, Mr. Bowditch.
I'm ready, Your Honor. We're just
Give me 1
asking for
second,
an
please,
adjournment
sir.
on Mr. Quick.
Do you need discovery, Mr. Bowditch?
Yes, ma'am, if I could.
Sure thing. I'll do an order.
These are 220216OM and 22VB00010M. These are both Van Buren Township versus Joshua Ryan Quick. These matters are scheduled for arraignment pretrial this morning. Mr. Bowditch, for purposes of arraignment, sir, what?
Waive formal reading, Your Honor, stand mute.
There is no bond recommendation in these files, but inasmuch as Mr. Quick has appeared timely this morning, court will set his bond at 5,000 personal in both matters. Mr. Quick, you do not need to post any money, but what you must do is appear at all future court dates. I heard the parties further indicate that there will be an adjournment of this matter.
I have a bond, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, sir.
Do I have a bond, did you say?
You do, sir. What I just said, your bond is 5,000 personal. You do not need to post any money, but what you must do is appear at all future court dates in this matter, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
April
Your
21st at
adjourn date will
9:50.
be,
April 21st
I'm
at 9:50.
April 21st, 2022 at 9:50 a.m. Back by Zoom, back with me in courtroom 1, Mr. Quick.
April
Was there
21st?
any? Yes, sir.
Okay.
At 9:50, 950. Is there anything else in this matter, Ms. Manarino?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Bowditch?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Quick, I'll see you on April the 21st, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you.
I'm ready, Your Honor, on Ms. Romero also.
Hello, good morning.
This is 22WM00340OM. This is Wayne County Airport versus Olga Romero.
For purposes of arraignment, Your Honor, we waive formal reading, stand mute. In this matter, we're also requesting an adjournment.
There is no recommendation from the airport as to bond in this matter. Court will set your bond at 1,000 personal, ma'am. You do not need to post any money, but what you must do is appear at all of your future court dates.
Okay.
The adjourned date will be
April 21st at 9:50.
adjourned pretrial April 21st, 2022 at 9:50 a.m. back on Zoom in courtroom number 1. Anything else, Mr. Bowditch? And he's gone. There we are. Ms. Romero, we're all set, ma'am. Have a good day.
Judge, we didn't hear the date.
It's April the 21st at 9:50 a.m., 950, back here in courtroom number 1 on Zoom with me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Romero.
This is 20VB 04277OM. This is Van Buren Township versus Justin Puckett. May I have your appearances, please?
Angela Manning on behalf of the people.
Mr. Jadala and Ms. Manarino, what's the update with the Ross matter?
Your Honor, I would ask this court, has Mr. Ross either appeared on Zoom or appeared in person?
I have not seen Mr. Ross this morning. I'm looking at the myriad of waiting rooms. I do not see him in any of those waiting rooms.
We were unable to locate him either, Your Honor. And besides not locating Mr. Ross, Your Honor, I was unable to locate my name on the Register of Actions as representing Mr. Ross. But I am here today. Me and Ms. Manarino looked at the history of the file, and it seems that there's a history of failing to appear.
Mr. Jadala, stop for 1 second. This is 20VB 03646OM.
Yes.
Van Buren Township versus Rodney Earl Ross. Now, sir, you looked at the history of the file and
I did not see at the point in where I was appointed to represent Mr. Ross. I don't see my name on the Register of Actions. I was wondering if this court does see that.
Mr. Jadala, you are correct. I am incorrect. Thank you, sir.
Absolutely, Your Honor. But it doesn't look like Mr. Ross has appeared for his 11 o'clock trial, either on Zoom or in person.
I've sent you down an unnecessary rabbit hole. Now that you've said that, the issue before was that Mr. Ross had some technology problems. And Mr. Jadala, if you're here to jump in and help, if you want to go ahead to the MIDC waiting room, I'll finish with Ms. Manarino on this matter. Ms. Manarino, the last time that we were here, it was my understanding that you'd had some communication or efforts at communication with Mr. Ross.
Not that I recall, Your Honor. I recall the last time we had set the matter for a trial, he did not appear.
Mary Ann,
Yes.
I'm looking in this file. Ms. Manarino, it was my understanding, I thought the last time, one of the last times we were here, Mr. Ross had a fax sent over because he was hospitalized.
Yes, I
That there
recall
was some
that.
exchange, there was some exchange of contact information for you to get to him what he needed and him to request from you what he thought he needed.
Yes, Your Honor, and we did provide him with discovery. I provided his contact information to the records clerk at the police department, and she provided him with the discovery in this matter. I have not had any further communication with him.
And now that this court has fake appointed Mr. Jadala to the case, a case that he's not involved in any way, shape, or form, this matter having been scheduled for trial at 11 a.m., it now being 11:34 a.m. by the court's clock, and defendant having failed to appear, ma'am, on this assault and battery case from August 25th of 2020, how do you wish to proceed?
Your Honor, we would ask the matter be scheduled for a show cause.
The matter will be set for show cause. Thank you, Ms. Manarino.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, I believe Miss Belcher is ready on Mr. Urquhart, but she'll be back in just a second. She had to step away for a minute.
Thank you. Mr. Bowditch, what were you ready with, sir?
I'm waiting to speak to the next person, Your Honor.
You can go
On my
back
new-
and get them.
On my new equipment, I'm having a little trouble bringing people into my room. It's a learning curve, Your Honor. I apologize.
No, don't apologize, Mr. Bowditch. These last 2 years have been a learning curve for a lot of people. This
But
is
I did upgrade
2200
my equipment.
220044OM. This is Van Buren Township versus Angelo Urquhart.
Angela Manarino on behalf of the people.
And good morning again, Your Honor. Leanna Belcher on behalf of Angelo Urquhart. Sir, can you please unmute and start your video?
Today is the day and time set for the arraignment and pretrial in this matter. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, I did meet with Mr. Urquhart in a breakout room. I was able to renegotiate the plea with Ms. Manarino to a double parking civil infraction with a $300 fine. He did wish to take advantage of said offer.
As soon as he unmutes himself and turns his video on as has been requested by the court's clerks, we will take the plea in this matter.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Angelo Urquhart.
Sir, you have to unmute.
State
Okay,
your name for me, please.
Angelo Urquhart.
And you've had the opportunity to speak to Ms. Belcher this morning regarding the charges against you and the consequences you face.
Yes, I did, Anna. I spoke to her. She asked me what did I want to take a plea, and I told her yes.
Would you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear affirm the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. You can put your hand
Thank
down. You understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning to the added count of double parking, you will not have a trial of any kind in this matter.
Correct.
You won't have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine any witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Okay, thank you.
And you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily. You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead responsible.
No, I haven't. I did this plea on my own.
Thank you. Sir, is it true that on December 16th, 2021 in Van Buren Township, you were double parked contrary to law?
Yes,
Mr. Urquhart, the court accepts your plea of responsible to the added count of double parking will assess a fine of $300. The original misdemeanor of retail fraud will be dismissed. Do you need more than 5 days to pay the $300?
yes, I do. Your Honor, I gave up. I gave up 150 already on this. What happened to that?
It'll be applied to the fine, Mr. Urquhart. That bond receipt is stapled in the front of your file.
Okay, so what I do, I give up 250 more dollars?
It's $150 more, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Do you need more than 5 days for that?
No, I don't. That'd be good, Your Honor.
Okay. There's an
Thank you.
indication in the file to apply the bond and the balance in 5 days, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Anything else, Ms. Manarino?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Anything else, Ms. Belcher?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Mr. Urquhart, you're free to go. Thank you for your patience this morning, sir. Have a good day.
You have a blessed day, you and the rest of the ladies as well.
Thank you, sir. It wasn't too bad. Nobody's crying, nobody's bleeding, so. Mr. Jadala, you're back with what?
Your Honor, I've been searching for Miss Manorino in the breakout rooms. I went to both rooms. I couldn't find her. I need to be put in a breakout room with her briefly.
Sorry, I
We'll
was
go into
hiding
her
from
breakout
you.
room with you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Marianne, before Attorney Jajala leaves, can you please make him a co-host so he can move between the rooms?
He already is.
Oh,
Yes,
thank
I
you.
am. For some reason, I just, she was hiding from me.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Mr. Puckett,
I believe he's in the miscellaneous room too, Your Honor. I'm talking to him and I'm just trying to speak to the prosecutor about that case.
thank you.
Absolutely.
This is 22WM002850M. This is Wayne County Airport versus Andrew Powell. This matter was scheduled for arraignment pretrial at 9:20 a.m. and is now 11:42 a.m. by the court's clock. Defendant has failed to appear. This is the first failure to appear in this matter. The court will schedule the matter for show cause. This is 220078OM. This is Van Buren Township versus Anthony Lee Ray. Today is the date and time set for show cause arraignment and pretrial this morning. It was scheduled at 9:20 a.m. It's now 11:43 a.m. by the court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear now for the second time in this matter. Bench warrant shall issue 5,010%. This is 22WM00110OM. This is Wayne County Airport versus Taji Ross. The matter was scheduled for show cause arraignment and pretrial at 9:30 a.m. It is now 11:43 a.m. by the court's clock. This is the defendant's second time failing to appear in this matter. Court sets the matter for show cause. Mr. Puckett, how are you this morning, sir?
Oh, I could be doing better, but I'm maintaining. I'm doing well.
Good. I see you. We're just waiting for the attorneys to come back out. I'll get your case called as soon as possible. This is,
All right, thank
thank
you.
you, 220196OM. This is Van Buren Township versus Randall Stratton. This matter was scheduled for arraignment pretrial at 9:30 a.m. It is now 11:44 a.m. by the court's clock. Defendant has failed to appear in this matter. This is the first failure to appear. The court will set the matter for show cause. There was an order for fingerprints attached to the front of the file. The court had already signed that. This is 22WM001060M Wayne County Airport versus Dylan Webb. This matter was scheduled for show cause arraignment pretrial at 9:30 a.m. It's now 11:45 a.m. by this court's clock. This is the defendant's second failure to appear in this matter. Matter will be set. Court will enter bench warrant 5,000, 10%. This is 22WM016080T. This is Wayne County Airport versus Dion Charleston Brooks. This matter was scheduled this morning for arraignment pretrial at 9:40 a.m. It is now 11:46 a.m. by this court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear, first failure to appear. Matter will be set for show cause. These are 22WM002990M, 22WM00305, A and B and C. These matters were scheduled for arraignment pretrial this morning at 9:40 a.m. It is now 11:46 a.m. by this court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear. Matters will be set for show cause. Are we ready with Ms. Rudolph?
Yes, Your Honor, ready.
This is 22WM002830M. This is Wayne County Airport versus Vanessa Rudolph. May I have your appearances, please?
Your Honor, for the record, Jeffrey Bowditch appearing on and with Miss Master Sergeant Vanessa Rudolph. Your Honor, as far as the arraignment, we would waive formal reading and stand mute. As far as the pretrial, Your Honor, we've had a chance to pre-try this case. Master Sergeant would be pleading guilty to the charge of violation of the sterile area with the understanding and with the consent of Mr. Mena, the matter would be taken under a diversion for 60 days. At the completion of that, presumably everything would be dismissed and she could receive her weapon back.
Only one small correction, Your Honor. I would give her a 30-day diversion rather than 60.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Mena. It even got better, Master Sergeant.
Master Sergeant, would you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you swear affirm testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. You can put your hand down. You had the opportunity to discuss this case this morning with Mr. Bowditch, including all possible penalties and the rights available to you.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that if the court accepts your plea this morning, you will not have a trial of any kind. You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily.
Yes, Your Honor.
You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty in this matter?
No, ma'am.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is it true that on March 1st, 2022 at Wayne County Airport located in the city of Romulus, County of Wayne, state of Michigan, that you committed a checkpoint violation by taking a gun into a sterile area?
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Mena?
I'm satisfied, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Bowditch?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Master Sergeant, the court accepts your plea of guilty to the charge currently before the court as previously agreed by and between the parties, since in this matter will be delayed for a period of 1 month. Court will assess a fine of $300 in this matter. Ma'am, do you need more than 5 days to pay this amount?
No, ma'am.
5 days to pay. That will be due on April 12, 2022. Incur no new criminal offenses. In the next 30 days, the matter will be reviewed for administrative dismissal. Anything else in this matter, Mr. Mena?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Bowditch?
Nothing, Your Honor, except thank Master Sergeant for her service.
Absolutely. Thank you for your
Absolutely.
service, Master Sergeant. You have a wonderful afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you all as well.
Ready with Mr. Puckett?
I need to have Mr. Puckett come to a breakout room, Your Honor. He wasn't responding to my request.
Mr. Puckett, please join Mr. Jadala in the breakout room, to discuss the matter.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Hey, James. How you doing today?
Good, Mr. Puckett.
That's good. Yeah, I don't know. They were supposed to send me over to the other dude. I don't know what's going on, but
Mr. Puckett? Is
yes,
your
ma'am.
intention to be in the main session discussing this case?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Puckett, it was my understanding that you wanted to talk to the court's appointed attorney.
Yes.
You will be moved to talk to him in miscellaneous room number 2. You should have seen an invitation or some effort for you to go there to talk to him about your case.
I am seeing no request.
Mr. Puckett, I believe you'd be talking to me, and I'm not sure how to get there either.
Okay.
I think Sammer was going to talk to him.
All right, that's fine.
Why is Mr. Puckett back in the main waiting room?
I don't know how he got there.
These are 20VB03045A, B, and C. These are all Van Buren Township versus Terry Dwayne Robertson. These matters were scheduled for arraignment pretrial at 9:50 a.m. It's now 11:52 a.m. by the court's clock. Defendant has failed to appear. Matters will be set for show cause. I see Mr. Jadala moving around, still looking for Mr. Puckett.
Jeff, can you get back into your meeting room?
I believe they said Sammer was going to speak with Mr. Puckett.
But I see 2 people in your waiting room.
Oh, let me see if I can get back in there. When I push my name, it just says mute or more.
Jeffy, I think you have to hit the breakout rooms button, and then that'll give you the option to join.
You know, I always miss that because they classify it as more or as,
Ms.
yeah.
Belcher,
Okay.
are you here with Mr. Ford?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm ready to proceed on Ford.
This is 194447 OM. This is Van Buren Township versus Devin Ford. May I have your appearances, please?
Angela Manarino on behalf of the people.
And good morning, Your Honor. Leanna Belcher on behalf of Mr. Ford. Mr. Ford, will you please state your name for the judge?
Name is Devin Ford. Thank you.
Excuse me. This matter is scheduled for arraignment pretrial this morning. How are we proceeding, Ms. Belcher?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you. Mr. Ford, you got to stay still, sir. For arraignment purposes, we waive formal reading and stand mute. I did have an opportunity to meet with Mr. Ford in a breakout room. I did go over the proposed plea with him as well as his trial rights. My understanding, Your Honor, is he's going to be taking advantage of the plea. It's a 771 for 3 months. The only change is we're requesting a no contest due to the intoxicant and age of case for lack of memory.
All right, bro.
Mr. Ford, you had the opportunity to discuss this case this morning with Ms. Belcher, including all possible penalties and the rights available to you.
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Raise your right hand for me, please, sir. Do you swear affirm testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I swear on the Holy Bible.
Thank you, sir. Sir, you understand that the court accepts your plea of guilty this morning to resisting and obstructing a peace officer, that you will not have a trial of any kind in this matter.
Your Honor, I apologize. You said plea of guilty. It's no contest.
Thank you. Let's try it again. Mr. Ford, you understand that you will be tendering a plea of no contest to the sole count in this case of resisting and obstructing a peace officer.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that if the court accepts your plea, you will not have a trial of any kind. You will not have the opportunity to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
I understand.
And you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily. You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you into this plea of no contest?
No, ma'am. Only understanding I had was the reason I got the case was because I didn't.
Mr. Ford, that's not what the judge is asking you.
But okay, I'm sorry.
Listen to the
That's
questions.
okay. And sir, because Ms. Belcher's indicated that you do not have a memory of what occurred on October 22nd, 2019 in Van Buren Township, the court will need to rely on the police report previously filed in this matter for the basis of your plea in this matter, correct?
Yes, Your Honor. We would stipulate to the police report for purposes of the plea.
Thank you. Again, for purposes of the plea of the delayed sentence for 3 months,
Right.
there is now a no contest plea, and the
Right.
parties have stipulated to the police report being the basis for that plea. Ms. Manarino, would you therefore be satisfied with this no contest plea?
Yes, Your Honor, satisfied.
And same question to you, Ms. Belcher, satisfied?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Ford, there is a no
Yeah.
contest plea in this matter that will be taken under advisement now for delay for a period of 3 months, so long as you would incur no new criminal offenses and pay the court $300 cost in this matter. The case will be administratively reviewed for dismissal in 90 days' time.
Your Honor, he did want me to request, at one point, he did have a bond of $300. I know the case is older. We wanted to see if Your Honor would consider reinstating that bond. He is financially in a hard place. My understanding for the reason of the delay was that he was cited and released from the police station without paperwork of a next court date. And the address apparently that things were going to was not a good address for my client.
Ms. Belcher, I appreciate, well, the court appreciates your advocacy. This bond was forfeited back in December of 2019, and although Mr. Ford may be released without paperwork, he knew where his ticket had been issued, and he could have made efforts to get back to this court sooner than 2022. I will deny that request. Mr. Ford, if you need a payment plan in this matter, you can go into the court's collections meeting room and speak to that clerk about establishing a payment plan to pay the $300 in this case, and you owe the court another $240 on a double parking that was due back on March 16th of this year.
I
Anything else in
understand.
this matter, Ms. Manarino?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Anything else, Ms. Belcher?
No, Your Honor, I'll move Mr. Ford right now into the collections waiting room, and then that is it for what I'm able to assist with. I have to go back to Judge Greens for bench trial, so I wish you well, Judge.
I thank you, ma'am. I thank you for your assistance this morning. Have a good day.
You as well.
Thanks, Leanna.
Thank you. Mr. Jadala,
Your Honor, we're ready on Puckett if you would call the case.
he's still in the breakout room. As soon as he pops out, I'll get the case called. And it looks like there are only 2 other matters that we had, Hoskins in session. And then Dana White, I don't know. Let's see. This is 20VB042770M, this Van Buren Township versus Justin Puckett.
Your Honor,
Angela, on behalf of the people.
Your Honor, respectfully, Sam Jadala, P62186, appearing on behalf of Mr. Puckett. Your Honor, prior to proceeding, I just would ask for a procedural history in this matter. Mr. Puckett's under the impression that he appeared at a bench trial that was last month, and he was told that witnesses needed to be called, and today's set for a final pretrial.
On March the 21st, 2021, defendant appeared at 9:30 a.m. on Zoom and was gone by the time the case was called, and then appeared again at 11:05 a.m., at which time the prosecutor and Judge Oakley adjourned this matter to today. And it is on this court's docket appearing as a pretrial at 10 a.m. It was scheduled for a bench trial and on March 21st, and it did not happen because of the technology connection issues.
At this time, Your Honor, I would respectfully request a final pretrial in this matter. Have have the prosecutor send me discovery so we could either set it for trial or hopefully resolve it once I have a little more information about the case. And we would have that final pretrial where witnesses, all witnesses must appear, Your Honor.
Final pretrial. Is it really all witnesses?
I think only one witness is necessary, the alleged victim.
Yeah, that's not a problem. I've been in contact with Mr. Patel at the Super 8.
I figured it was the Patel brothers.
It's the final
Yeah, they've been the
pretrial
one
on,
checking my
I'm sorry,
phones and
Mr.
shit.
Puckett, what were you saying?
No, I have a
Puckett,
history
don't
with
say
them.
anything. Don't say anything, Mr. Puckett.
If Mr. Puckett had a procedural question and nothing about the facts from August of 2020, Mary Ann's going to get the final pretrial date at which the victim must appear.
April 21st at 9:50.
April 21st, 2022, 9:50 a.m., courtroom number 1. The victim must appear in this matter. Anything else, Ms. Manarino?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Anything
Thank you,
else,
Judge.
Mr. Jadala?
Nothing, Your Honor. That'd be within, that will stay in your court, correct?
What did you say, sir?
Is that staying in your court, Your Honor, on April
It is.
21st? Okay,
It
thank you.
is. Thank you. Mr. Puckett, thank you for your extreme patience this morning, sir. Have a great day. I'll see you in April, towards the end
Yes,
of the
ma'am.
month.
Thank you.
We're already in April. Mary Ann. Mr. Ford, had you been with the collections department?
Yes, ma'am. I'm trying to get up out of here.
I'm sorry? Oop. Maybe not.
Yes, Judge, we're all set.
Thank you, Maria.
Mary Ann,
Yes, Angela.
does Mr. Bowditch know that he has a couple of people in the MIDC waiting room that are waiting to speak with him?
I did tell him that.
Okay,
Let me try to get in there and facilitate.
thanks so much.
This is 22VB003810M. This is Van Buren Township versus Christopher Cola. This matter was scheduled for arraignment pretrial at 10 a.m. It's now 12:04 by the court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear, matter will be set for show cause. This is 22WM00331. Wayne County Airport versus India Co. This matter was scheduled for arraignment pretrial at 10:10 a.m. It's now 12:04 p.m. by this court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear, matter will be set for show cause. These are 20WM01471 A, B, C, D, E, 20WM01472 OM. These are all Wayne County Airport versus Raymond Jackson. Matters were scheduled for pretrial today at 10:10 a.m. It's now 12:05 p.m. by the court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear. Matters will be set for show cause. This court will note that Mr. Jackson had other matters scheduled this morning in courtroom number 3, but has not checked in this court. This is 22WM00325OM. This is Wayne County Airport versus Theodore Williams. The matter was scheduled for arraignment pre-trial at 10:10 a.m. It's now 12:08 p.m. by the court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear, first failure to appear in this matter. Court will set the matter for show cause. This is 22WM00333OM. Wayne County Airport versus Hamad Awad. Today is the day and time set for the arraignment pretrial in this matter at 10:20 a.m. It is now 12:08 p.m. by the court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear, the matter will be set for show cause. These are 19 2707 OM. Van Buren Township versus Jakina Renee Campbell. 191371 OM, 192704 OM, 192705 OM, 192706 OM, 192707 OM. Matters were scheduled at 10:30 a.m. It is now 12:09 p.m. by the court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear, the cases that are in warrant status will remain so. The cases that are set for arraignment pretrial will be set for show cause. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Speaking. You hear me?
Intermittently, you're breaking up. Sir, I'm not able to hear you clearly.
My phone is about to die. I've been on hold for 2 hours.
This is 22WM003880M, Wayne County Airport versus Jimmy Sessions.
Ready, Your Honor. For the record, Jeffrey Bowditch appearing on behalf of and with Mr. Sessions. As far as the arraignment, Your Honor, we would waive formal reading and stand mute. As far as the charges of violation of the Public Health Code, Mr. Sessions wishes to plead guilty to the charge of possession of marijuana at the airport.
Mr. Sessions, you were able to speak to Mr. Bowditch this morning regarding the charges against you, the consequences thereof, and your rights available this morning.
Yes, Your Honor.
Would you raise your right hand for me, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you, sir. You can put your hand down. Sir, you understand that the court accepts your plea of guilty this morning. You will not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, ma'am.
You will not have the right to present witnesses on your own behalf or see and cross-examine any witnesses put forth by the prosecutor.
Yes, ma'am.
And sir, you're entering this plea freely and voluntarily. You haven't been threatened in any way, promised anything to get you to plead guilty.
No, Your Honor.
Are you pleading guilty because you aren't?
No, I'm pleading guilty and I wasn't forced or coerced or anything or promised anything.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Sessions, is it true that on March 9, 2022, at Wayne County Airport located in the city of Romulus, County of Wayne, state of Michigan, that you were in possession of marijuana contrary to law?
Yes, ma'am. I think it was March 9th. Was
What
the
did I
date.
say? Did I make up a date?
Oh, I thought you said March 22nd.
Mr. Sessions, I might have misspoken. The date that we have on file is March 9th, 2022.
Yes, yes, ma'am. That's correct.
Thank you. Satisfied, Mr. Mena?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Satisfied, Mr. Bowditch?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Mr. Sessions, the court accepts your plea of guilty to the sole count in this matter. Was there any conversation or agreement between the parties as to the fines and costs in this matter?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Sessions, is there anything you'd like to say to the court before fines and costs are assessed in this matter?
No, Your Honor.
The court will impose a $100 fine, $100 in costs. There's $75 crime victims fee, $50 mandatory state costs, and $20 fund fee. That's a total of $345, sir. Do you need more than 5 days to pay this amount?
Yes, ma'am.
The next step in these proceedings, Mr. Sessions, that you will go into the collections room and meet with the person to set the payment plan. You let her know it's $345. She'll establish a payment plan with you, and that's how you would pay this fine, these fines and costs, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Sessions. Wait to get moved into the collections room, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sessions.
Thank you.
Thank you as well.
Jeff, you
There's
have,
files.
I'm sorry, Judge, I didn't mean to interrupt. You have someone in your waiting room, Jeff.
Okay. Move my way back in there.
Who was this person on the Galaxy, the person who said their phone was gonna die? I see them back in the meeting room for the clerks.
Why'd they tell me I didn't join?
Judge, do you want me to pull that Galaxy out?
No, no.
Okay.
Mariah's in there with them now. Thank you, though.
Mary Ann, I'm supposed to be in breakout room number 2, but I'm not.
This is 22VB002350N. This is Van Buren Township versus Mac Transport. This. Yes, Miss.
I Judge, we have Stephen Hoskins. He was scheduled at 10:40. He did appear 15 minutes prior to his scheduled time. He's been waiting in the MIDC waiting room and has not been seen. His phone is about to die. He was asking for an adjournment.
I see him. His file is right here. We will give him an adjournment. Mr. Hoskins, my apologies for the wait, sir. My secretary
I
will get us
understand
a
delays,
date right
ma'am. I was
now.
just in a bad area. I was trying to talk to you. I apologize. I just had surgery yesterday. I had a double hernia operation. I'm not feeling good, and I've been, I know things are backed up with COVID and everything. I understand that. I just,
Mr. Hoskins, I appreciate your patience, sir. Don't apologize. I saw you. I have your file pulled. My secretary's getting a date. We'll adjourn you out to as short of adjournment as possible, sir.
April 21st at 9:50.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Mr. Hoskins, I wish you a good recovery. I'll see you on the 21st.
Thank you, ma'am, very much.
Mr. Hoskins, we will make
Yes,
sure
ma'am.
that the defense attorneys get in contact with you prior to your hearing date, okay?
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate that.
Thanks
April
for your patience.
21st at 9 o'clock.
Thank you, Judge.
It's
Thank you.
9:50, sir, it's 9:50.
Okay,
9:50.
9:50. I got it. I'm writing it down now.
Okay.
April 21st, 9:50. All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. I have Patton and White left. That's all I see. And White, I think, Mr. Mena, is your only remaining file.
Okay, Judge, thank you.
Of Dana White in the MIDC waiting room. She appears to have left the meeting. She was having some technical difficulties. She did appear late, but she said due to her technical difficulties.
I
Patton,
understand.
I'm sorry. Patton had requested through the online case review system, so he was removed late from the docket.
He was removed?
Yes, from your live docket, from your Zoom docket. He's been scheduled in OCR now.
And I do have that. I'm just reaching out to the complainant on that
I
matter.
thought that I saw him
great.
this morning. Okay, then I'll put the file back to. Thank you, Mariah.
Yeah, Judge, you are correct. You did see him. He did appear in. He wasn't sure what he needed to do. So we thanked him for his thoroughness.
So, Ms. Manarino, the only remaining person that I see is an airport case. You're more than welcome to hang around. I can't imagine why you would.
It's been a fun morning, Judge, but I do have some other things to take care of, so I'm gonna go do that.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a good day.
Thank you. Have a good day, Judge.
Oh,
Bye,
wait,
Judge.
wait, wait,
Thanks.
wait. Oh, no,
Oh.
no. Ms. Manarino, on the MAC file, MACC transport, I had
Yes,
just
Your Honor.
called that case. What? It was
So-
scheduled this morning for a formal hearing. I know there was some conversation about that, but how are we proceeding in this?
So, Your Honor, I had reached out to Mary Ann about that one yesterday because the officer was on vacation today. And I wasn't sure how the court was going to handle it because it appears that Mac Transport did not request or did not retain an attorney for this matter.
They
So
have
I
not
don't,
retained an attorney. No one's appeared on the matter. I've called the matter now twice.
so I would ask the court to enter a default on the matter.
Matter was scheduled at 11:30 a.m. It's now 12:20 by the court's clock. MACC transport has failed to appear. Default will enter in this matter. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Have a good day.
You too. Thanks so much.
Were you ready with White?
We're trying, Your Honor, we're trying to find Miss White.
She was here. She did have audio and video connected, but she has left the meeting, and I was just giving her a moment to see if she popped back on, but I do not see her, Judge, and there's nobody else in the breakout rooms or in the waiting room.
Well, Andy, I'm going to close our rooms. I have a few more failures to appear to put on the record. If Miss White appears while I'm doing that, I'm happy to hear the case, as I've seen them come in and out all morning. Other than that, we would reschedule. I wouldn't want to show cause someone who's made every effort to join us this morning.
Sounds good, Judge.
Thank you.
I'm going to hang out, Andy.
This is 22WM002940M. This is Wayne County Airport versus Christopher Eastman. The matter was scheduled at 9:20 a.m. It's now 12:22 p.m. by the court's clock. Defendant has failed to appear. This is the first failure to appear. The matter will be set for show cause. This is 21WM013940M, Wayne County Airport versus Andre Ramon Holly Jr. Matter was scheduled for arraignment pretrial at 9:30 a.m. It is now 12:22 p.m. by the court's clock. The defendant has failed to appear. This is the first failure to appear. Matter will be set for show cause. This is 193736OT Van Buren Township versus April Tucker. The matter was scheduled for arraignment pretrial at 9:50 a.m. It's now 12:23 p.m. by the court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear, matter will be set for show cause. This is 210870OM. This is Van Buren Township versus David Zerker. This matter was scheduled for arraignment pretrial at 10:40 a.m. It's now 12:24 p.m. by the court's clock. Defendant having failed to appear, matter will be set for show cause. In the matter of 22WM00329OT, Wayne County Airport versus Dana Lynn White. This court would note for the record that Dana White has joined the court's main session and its breakout rooms repeatedly over the course of this docket. For that reason, the court will find good cause to enter an adjournment of this matter, adjourn it to our next available court date. If Dana White contacts the court prior to that next court date, we'll figure out this technology issue so that we do not have a repeat of today's performance. Ms. White might be afforded the opportunity to come into the court's virtual courtroom, which is on our first floor, and appear that way. Mary Ann, that adjourn date will be Mary Ann?
She's with Miss White.
I can see her. She's here. I'm not sure what Ms. White's case will be adjourned to a future date. It's 12:26 by this court's clock. Mr. Min has been with us since 8:30. Mr. Bowditch, thank you for your assistance on the docket this morning. That concludes this court's 9 o'clock docket. You both have a wonderful afternoon. I'll see you again in a couple of weeks.
Judge, we
Thank
did
you,
good
Honor.
today. We did good. Thank you, Mr. Mena.
Thank you, Mr. Bowditch. Bye, Your Honor.